Testing. Shalom.
Testing.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Om Yeshua.
All right, shalom, everyone.
Ready? Okay.
Again, as always, it's always a pleasant thing to be in the house of David. And as you see, I got myself and Elder Benyanya up here with me. And we're going to come in the spirit of Most High, Chaarwtazarawchaa, and we're going to discuss what our topic is. It's called Evil Empires Are Suddenly Caught in Their Own Net.
Or traps.
Evil empires are suddenly caught in their own traps.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to discuss that. And the reason we're doing that is because the atmosphere, as you know, geopolitics, geopolitical atmosphere that we're enduring right now. As you know, we actually went into a war. United States of America had went into a war, started a war, along with the Israelis. As you know, this is people always, when they reference Israel and America, they always reference the prophecies of the Bible. So what me and Ben are going to do today, we're going to go through some history. All right, we're going to take our time through the spirit of Chaarwtazarawchaa. We're going to go through some history, we're going to go through some current events, and then we're going to go to some prophecies. All right, so we want you to take out your notes, your highlighters. Okay, put your thinking caps on, as they say, and be in the spirit to learn. All right, Con? All right, so because of the geopolitical atmosphere, I want you all to know and understand what geopolitics is. And it's important to know that because when you live in this world, you can understand what's happening around you. Everything that you do, you have to know what's around you. So I want to share a definition of geopolitics with you really quick. And I am going to ask my IT team to share the screen. And I want the reader, if you don't mind, I want you to, let me see here. The reader, when I put it up, I want you to basically see it. All right, hold on. Well, I'm gonna read it to you because I'm having difficulty. Geopolitics, the relentless struggle for control over foreign lands, ports, cities, mines, railroads, oil fields, and other sources of material and military might. All right, this has been the behavior of major powers for centuries. Think of Gibraltar, Pearl Harbor, the diamond mines of Africa, or the oil fields of the Middle East. Aspiring world powers from the Assyrians, the Persians, the Babylonians, the Greeks, the Roman Empire, and on have always proceeded from the assumption that acquiring control over many places as possible by force, if necessary, was the surest path to greatness. So as you know, you'll hear that term, make America great. You know, Donald Trump says he wants to make America great again. And this is what they're doing. They're trying to make America great again. But I want you to realize that every great kingdom falls sooner or later. Every great kingdom falls sooner or later. Now, in America will be 250 years old. This coming July 4th, 2026, America will be 250 years old. And usually that's when the countdown of that kingdom is going to fall. All right, now, I want to go into scripture. Let's go to 2nd Esdras for a second. 2nd Esdras, 6th chapter. I want to show you something. Because everything affects us, the children of Israel. All wars affect us. All right, I want to go to 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter. And I want you to start at verse 59, my reader.
Reading out of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 59.
Come on.
If the world now be made for our sake, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
All right, now that was our question. Remember, the world was made for our sakes. Everything on this earth was made for us. The world was made for us. And Ezra's asking, why don't we have an inheritance? Why are we not having an inheritance and expiring in this world? All right, continue.
How long shall this endure?
So he said, how long? How long is this going to continue this way? All the nations are aspiring. They're doing great. But the children of Israel, why are we not in inheritance with them? But the world is made for us. All right, continue in chapter 7, verse 1.
Read out the second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me an angel, which had been sent unto me the nights before. And he said unto me,
all right, now this angel is Uriel. All right, this is Uriel. Write that down. This is Uriel. Okay, continue.
And he said unto me, Up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee.
All right, so sit up, Edris. To hear my words, I'm going to tell you. You ask the question, I'm going to let you know what the answer is. Go ahead, continue.
And I said, Speak on, my power.
He said, speak on. That's the hip talk. Speak on, speak on. All right, continue.
Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great.
All right, so the sea is set in a wide place. The sea is wide, but it's deep. All right, continue.
That it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river.
All right, so just it's deep, but it's a narrow entrance. It's a narrow entrance. All right, give an example. That's what he explained it to you. It's a narrow entrance. Continue.
Verse 5. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it?
Go ahead.
If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
All right, so this sea, this big sea that's deep and wide, but has a narrow entrance. He said, who can go into the sea and rule it unless they go through its narrow entrance? All right, continue.
Verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set up upon a broad field and is full of all good things.
So he gave an example. He said, this is this big city on a big field. It's very comely. It's very good field what the city is in. All right, continue.
The entrance, therefore, is narrow.
But the entrance to that city is narrow. There's goodly things there, but the entrance to that city is narrow. All right, continue.
And it's set in a dangerous place.
And it's set in a dangerous place.
To fall. Like if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
All right, so in order to get into this big city that goodly things are, it has a narrow entrance. When you walk through, one side is fire and the other side is water. All right, it's very dangerous to get to the city. Continue.
Verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water.
It's only one path. It's going to tell you how that path is. Go ahead.
So small.
That
there could be one man go there at once.
That's the only way you can get into this city, which is goodly things. You have to go through this narrow path where one man go at a time. There's fire on one side and water on the other side. Very dangerous. All right, continue.
Verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance.
Now he's telling him, because Ezra asks why we are not inheritance in the world. So he gave an example of a city. He said, if this city was given to this man or given to the children of Israel for inheritance, continue.
If he never shall pass the danger set before it.
All right, he said, he got to pass. He said, if you never pass the danger set before, if you can't go through the bad to get to the good, continue.
How shall he receive this inheritance?
How are you going to receive the inheritance? So slow down a little bit. Think about what he's saying. What we're going through to get to that world or that next kingdom, we have to go through what we went through. All right, we got to go through what we went through. All right, continue.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, it is so, Adawan. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Underline that. He said, that's Israel's portion. They have to go through that narrow to get to the broad. In order for us to get to that kingdom,
The end result of everything.
so you got to go through what we're going through. Slavery, captivities,
Poverty, hell,
poverty, hell.
racism, hatred, byword.
Learn discipline,
Mhm.
drink,
Con.
and everything is yours.
What did Chaarwtazarawchaa say? He said, my kingdom is not of this world. All right? But we got to go through this. Okay, continue.
Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Because for their sakes I made the world.
He said that. He said, because of Israel's sake, I made the world. He's telling you that he made the world for us. That's why you in history, all great kingdoms that actually ruled this earth, we were in the midst. And they had
Everyone.
something to deal with us about. All right, continue.
And when Adam transgressed my statute,
All right, so when Adam gave up the rulership of the earth, all right, continue.
then was decreed that now it's done.
All right, so everything we're going through right now is because of that.
That's right.
All right, and I'm relating to what's happening right now. You have to understand what just happened last week, and me and Ben gonna go into that. It's very serious what happened last week. It affects all of us. The U.S. and Israel, by them striking Iran, that's going to change the landscape of this world from now on. It's never going to be the same.
Mhm.
Okay, and the Lord's what we're going to explain that to you today.
And,
All right.
and can I add to that too? And what this is also showing you too, that your past is very important to get to your future.
Mhm.
If you don't know what happened in the past, you will never understand the present or the future.
Mhm.
Right?
Finish reading that.
Verse 12.
Go ahead.
Then were the entrances of this world made narrow.
All right. You see that? The entrance of this world was made narrow. He's going to explain what narrow is. Continue.
Full of sorrow and travail.
You see that? Because
They are but few and evil,
right,
full of peril,
full of
and
perils,
very painful.
Yeah.
and very painful.
Painful.
Slavery was painful. That was painful. But we got to go through that to get where? All right. And that's what we headed to. We are headed to that. And just want to show you the signs of what's happening right now.
Mhm.
Again, by Israel and the United States striking Iran, it's going to change everything forever. Okay? It's going to change everything forever. All the geopolitics has changed from this point on. It's going to affect you. Okay? Now,
Can I say too, Raka?
go.
And just like Esau, the white man, uses the term, all the actors in the theater, all the nations are playing a part of the Most High great scheme of things.
That's right.
You understand? And the Most High is moving the chess players into position. All right. And in doing that, the Most High is going to sacrifice a lot of nations for us.
That's right.
The Most High says he's going to ransom nations for us. All right. So hold tight, because this is just the prelude to the beginning of a lot of death and destruction that's coming. All right. So the Most High is getting us prepared and in tune for what's coming. All right. Go ahead, Raka.
Okay, but do you see that? I uploaded something. You see that something there? No.
Did you share it? Did you share the screen?
Yeah. Okay. Let me try it again. All right. All right. Okay, yeah. Upload that. Now, what you see here. I'm going to show you. This is all the captivities that we were in. All right, take note of that. These are all the captivities that we were in. And as you can see, at the top, there is Egypt. That was a bondage. All right, that's during the time of Moses.
And what? If you come to your far right, you can open it wider. Your
That's
far
the time
right.
of Moses.
Come straight out to your right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, can you see it? Then we had, after Egyptians, we were where?
Syria.
Assyria. That was the next great kingdom. Okay. Then after the Syrians became Babylonians. They were next. All right. And that's what they did. They did what? They destroyed what? The first temple, Solomon's temple. They sacked it. Okay. Took all the vessels. Okay. All right. And then after that, we had the Medes and Persian and the Medes. Okay. Now, how many of you know who the Persian and Medes are? Well, I know you know.
Okay.
Iran.
That's Iran.
Yeah.
Iran is Persia,
That's
or Persia is Iran. Okay. Now, is the next slide up there? One under that? Can you slide up? Okay. Now, this is one of the first rulers of Iran was Cyrus. You might have heard of him in the scriptures.
Right.
And the Most High called him what? His anointed. Okay, and there's a reason why the Most High did that. All right, now, matter of fact, just hold off. Let's go back to scripture just for a second. You can drop that screen for a second. Let's go to Isaiah 41. Isaiah 44. I want you to read this. Isaiah 44. And it's beginning at the 21st verse. You all right?
Reading out the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 21.
Okay.
Remember these, O Jacob,
All right, underline
and
that.
Israel.
He said, remember these. Remember these things. This is the Most High speaking to us. Remember these things, O Jacob. Go ahead.
For thou art my servant.
Mm-hmm.
I have formed thee.
Most High, I created you. I formed you. I fashioned you. Most High talking straight to us. All right, continue.
Thou art my servant,
Mm-hmm.
O Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not be forgotten of me.
No matter what happens in the earth, no matter what happens in the earth, the Most High, you said, you are not going to be forgotten. Even though you're in the ghettos and slums,
That's right.
all right, don't have no representation at the UN. The Most High said what? He hasn't forgotten you. All right, continue.
Verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgression.
All right, because that was our issue. We had transgressed against the Most High, but the Most High is saying he had blotted out like a thick cloud. So just imagine the cloud. When you see clouds, you can't see anything, right? The Most High said, I put a thick cloud. I don't see your transgressions anymore. All right, continue.
And as a cloud, thy sins.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee.
Underline and redeemed. That's the words. Okay, and this only obtains to the children of Israel. Redeem.
I have forgiven you.
I forgive. All right. All these we repent.
That's right.
Redeem. All those reeds go back to the children. It doesn't fit anybody else. We the ones have to return. All right. We the ones have to be redeemed. We the ones have to repent. That's all the children of Israel, the true Jews. All right, continue.
Verse 23.
Go ahead.
Sing, O ye heavens,
It's the Most High says, sing, O ye heavens. Go ahead.
for the other one has done it.
Mm-hmm. For the Most High has done it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Shout, ye lower parts of the earth,
Go ahead.
break forth into
He
singing.
said, burst out into singing. All right, continue.
Ye mountains,
Mm-hmm.
O forest,
Mm-hmm.
and every tree therein.
Go ahead.
For the Edom has redeemed Jacob and glorified himself in Israel.
Underline redeem again. That only applies to the true Jews, children of Israel. All right? That only applies. The Most High is going to redeem us. Okay, continue.
Verse 24.
Go ahead.
Thus said the Edom,
Mhm.
thy Redeemer,
He's our Redeemer. Go ahead.
and he that formed thee from the womb.
We the only ones got the DNA of the Most High. The Most High formed us from the womb. We got the DNA of the Most High because he formed us. All right, continue.
I am the Edom
Mhm.
that maketh all things,
Go ahead.
that stretcheth forth the heavens alone,
Alone. Go ahead.
and that spreadeth abroad the earth by himself, by myself.
So all the rulerships and kingdoms in the earth, the Most High is orchestrated that. All right, continue.
Verse 25. That frustrated the tokens of the light.
All right, so through the wisdom of the Most High, he frustrate the tokens of the liars. All right, he tells you through his wisdom, he's gonna frustrate, and a lot of the kingdoms are becoming frustrated. America is becoming frustrated.
Mhm.
Congress is becoming frustrated. All the senators are becoming frustrated. Donald Trump is frustrated. Okay? Because of who? The Most High. This the Most High working. All right? Continue.
And maketh diviners mad.
And making diviners mad. All the ones that they're saying, we're going to do this. We're going to accomplish this. They trying to predict what they're going to do.
Mhm. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to circumvent the Most High's judgment in their favor to make the world and project that they're going to bring a better world. And every time they try to do that, the Most High slap them in the face and put them in a predicament that they can't deal with. And that's Esau's job. Notice in every movie that he makes, right? He always evades judgment. And he's the good guy, and everybody else is the villain. Now he's a hero, and everybody is a bad guy. But go ahead, Raka. Go ahead.
That's what they want to make America great. They frustrated. Okay, and you're going to see all that frustration is going to continue. It's going to lead to what? Civil wars.
That's coming.
It's going to lead to revolutions, insurrections. It's going to lead to that because the people are frustrated. All right, and we're going to sit back and we're going to see this. Okay, continue.
That turneth wise men backwards.
They turn the wise men backwards. Okay, all the Trumps, his cabinet, every day they changing their story.
And their personnel.
And their personnel. He's firing everybody. That's been like that since day one. It's going to continue because what?
They're corrupt.
They're corrupt.
And they're evil.
And they're evil. All right, continue.
And maketh their knowledge foolish.
He did the most. I'm going to make their knowledge foolish. While I'm redeeming Israel, I'm going to make their knowledge foolish. All right, continue.
And I said too. I remember when Trump got in there, he said, "I'm firing all DAIs." He called black people DAIs, and everybody in his regime is DAI. They're incompetent, they're buffoons, and they're not fit for the position. Just the other day, the one got fired,
No.
She's a slut, a filthy piece of garbage. And they asked her a question. I'm not going to sit here and deal with some tabloid. They asked her a question. Were you having sex with the man? Yes, she was. And she's wicked and she's corrupt. And now the Most High is exposing them one by one.
One by one.
Pam Bundy is next, that blonde, bleached piece of garbage. Go ahead, Raka. I don't want.
No, come on.
Go ahead.
Come on. All right, continue, Greg.
Verse 26.
Go ahead.
That confirmeth the word of his servant.
Now the Most High could confirm the words of his servants, the prophets. All right, continue.
And performeth the counsel of his messengers.
All right, then he's going to perform the counsel of his messengers, meaning the angels. All right, and also the prophets. He's going to confirm their counsel. This Bible, he's going to confirm this Bible. Everything's going to come out to play in this Bible. All right, continue.
that saith to Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judah ye shall be built,
Mm-hmm.
and I will raise up the decayed places thereof.
All right, so that's when we return to our, Most High gonna raise up the tabernacles of David.
That's
All right, continue.
Verse 27,
Mm-hmm.
that said to the deep, be dry, and I will dry up thy rivers.
So all the overflowing rivers, all right, upon our land, it's gonna dry all that up, the way it can be seen and we can walk right in. All right, continue.
Verse 28, that saith of Cyrus, he is my shepherd.
All right, let's slow down. Let's underline that. Now he pull a name. He said, I chose Cyrus. All right, he said, I chose Cyrus. He said, he is my shepherd. In other words, when the Most High, he orchestrates the kingdoms and the kings. He orchestrates them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always going to be in our favor. Now, he called Cyrus, which is the kingdom of Persia. All right, in the history, king of Persia. Now, if we can bring up that slide. All right, I'm not sure if the reader can see that. No? Can you make it bigger?
I mean, I could see.
Yeah, you gotta make this a bigger the
I
screen.
can come and
Yeah,
stand up if you want.
Yeah.
With the mic.
Yeah.
but if you open bigger, yeah,
Make
Mhm.
it bigger without
Yeah.
losing. Don't lose it.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Now this is Cyrus the Great. Persia. He's Iranian.
That's good.
Go ahead.
Cyrus the Great, Persian, Iran. Cyrus the Great, who founded the Achaemenid Empire in 550 BC.
Yeah, that's during the Persian Empire. All right. After the Persians and the Medes. Okay. Continue.
And ruled it until his death in 530 BC, is the subject of much praise in the Hebrew Bible. He is noted for his role in conquering the Babylonian Empire and thereafter liberating the Jews from the Babylonian captivity, which had begun after the fall of the kingdom of Judah in 587 BC. According to the biblical narrative, in the first year of Cyrus's reign, he was prompted to go to issue the Edict of Cyrus.
All right. Now the Most High called him his servant. The first year, soon as his rulership, the first year, immediately, he became a servant of the Most High. All right? The first year. It wasn't 3 years later, when he first became the king and he took down the Babylonians, he became a servant of the Most High. Continue.
A royal decree that, in the aftermath of the fall of Babylon, called or exiled Jews to be repatriated to the land of Israel and for the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem, thus initiating the return to Zion.
Okay, now, let's go into history a little bit. Stay right there. We understand that when the Persians and Medes destroyed the Babylonians, okay, we took over, right? We came into that empire as well because we were exiled in Babylon. So as soon as he seen us, the Most High worked with that king and made him a servant. Actually, Most High called him his anointed. The Persians and the Medes never put us in captivity. Immediately, he made a law or decree to all the Jews that's in my kingdom. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go back and rebuild your temple. Out of all the kingdoms, they was the only kingdom that didn't put us in captivity, the Iranians. Because of what? The Most High called Cyrus his anointed to do his will. Okay, continue reading.
Moreover, he showed his interest in the project by sending back with them the sacred vessels.
So all the vessels that the Babylonians took out of our temple, he gave all that back to us and said, take this with you. Okay? Continue.
Moreover, he showed his interest in the project by sending back with them the sacred vessels that had been taken from Solomon's temple during the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem, allotting them with a considerable sum of money with which to buy building materials.
So basically, he financed it. He even gave us money to finance the materials to go and travel back to Jerusalem to build the temple. That's why the Most High called him his anointed. All right? His anointed. Okay, again, the Persians or Iran was the only empire that never did us wrong. All right? Never did us wrong. Even Darius, when he found out who Daniel was, and he saw Daniel was praying 3 times a day, and they reported, hey, Daniel was praying 3 times a day. He's not praising you. He immediately felt so bad. They said he couldn't sleep. He even took Daniel to the den of lions and told him the Most High is going to save you. And then he couldn't sleep that night. The next morning, he went straight to the den of lions and called him. Daniel, are you okay? Daniel said, yes, my Most High has saved me. And then he opened the cave and let Daniel out. So even Darius, they didn't mistreat the children of Israel. The only nation, Iran. Okay, Iran. All right, continue on. Go back to that screen. Go back. So he financed it. He gave a considerable sum of money.
It culminated in the destruction of the construction of the second temple in Judea, marking the beginning. Marking the beginning of the second temple period, which would continue until the Roman siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD.
All right, now, that second temple from Persia, it went through the Greeks, it went through the Maccabees, it went to the Romans. That second temple. Now, when Christ, Yahweh was walking the earth, when he came in and was born, that temple was still there that we built. But they say Herod might have added to it.
Yeah, he did.
He did. However, when you read the history, the other nations were not allowed to go inside our temple. They had something called a court of Gentiles. They couldn't enter the temple. All right? They couldn't the outer court. And that's where it's going to be in the kingdom.
Okay.
If it wasn't done during the time of Yahushua, what make you think they're going to be in the temple in the kingdom? If they weren't there before. Think about it. During the time of Yahushua, non-Jews could not enter the temple. It was an outer court for them. So they're not going to be there in the temple in the kingdom. They're not going to be there either. Make it make sense to you. Make it make sense. All right, continue.
This accomplishment, Cyrus is venerated as a liberator, the only non-Jew as he was Persian, Iranian, to be held in this regard in Judaism.
Because he was called
Well, I'm
both
going
sides
to say
anointed.
Israel, because that Judaism represents Israel.
Imposters.
Imposters.
Yes, imposters.
The triple F's.
Con. All right, so let's go back to Isaiah. We're going to bring Ben in a few seconds. Let's go back to Isaiah 44 and 28.
Reading out the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 28. That saith of Cyrus, he is my shepherd, and shall perform all my pleasure.
And all his pleasure was financing. The Most High had them finance, allowed us to leave the Persian Empire to go back to Jerusalem with Zerubbabel. All right, that was a pleasure of the Most High. All right, to build that temple. All right, continue.
Even saying to Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt be built,
Mm-hmm.
and to the temple thy foundation shall be laid.
And our foundation was laid because of Cyrus, the Iranians. All right, first chapter 45, verse 1.
Read the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 1.
Mhm.
Thus said the Adawan to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden, to subdue nations before him.
Mm-hmm.
And I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the two-leaved gates, and the gates shall not be shut. I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight.
Mm-hmm.
I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron.
Now, the reason I brought that into play is because when you understand what's happening now, all right, we understand what's happening now with the war in Iran. It continues only, what, 8 days, 9 days? This is going to continue. Okay, this is going to continue just like the Mosai used Cyrus, a Persian, Iranian, that land to liberate us. That's a start. Now, I want to pull up, let me see, can I pull up a map? I want to show you briefly.
And so everybody could know, the Persians came from the son of Elam. Elam. All right. That was one of Shem. That's Shem's firstborn son. Elam, the Elamites. Elamites. All right. And it consists of the people of East India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, parts of Iran, parts of Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
All those are the children of Elam.
Right.
All right. And then you had the Medes, who were Japhetic, that looked just like the Persians. So a lot of people say, oh, Japhet is the white man.
Mm-hmm.
No, Japhet is not the white man. He might have mixed his seed amongst them, but Japhet originally was black, just like all the sons of Noah. All right. And I just want to show this archaeological picture right here of the Medes, because the Medes came from Madai, one of Japhet's sons. All right. And a lot of Israelites are taught that crap. Oh, the Japhet, the white man is Japhet. All right. These are the Medes right here. You can put it up on the camera. That's the Medes right here. Look just like the Persians. That's why they were able to merge the kingdom together. All right. It can be shown, right?
Can you email it to him?
Let me send it to you. Yeah, let me send it to you.
Okay. So now, and while he's doing that, let's pull up that screen. I want to show you a map. All right.
All right. So I sent it. So it might take a few seconds here.
All right. Now that screen, can you control it from there? Like make it bigger? All right. Now, okay, good. Oh, I'm controlling.
Right.
I'm controlling. All right. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this map here. All right. Again, this is Iran. Iran is a huge piece of land. Huge piece of land. Okay. Now, I want you to see something here. Get close. Okay, you got the waterway. This is the Persian Gulf. So that tells you who Gulf is, right? It's the Persian. It's their water. It's their water.
Trump might change it too. Yeah, Trump Gulf.
Now, it's amazing how the Most High set this up. All right. There's something in this area called the Strait of Hormuz. All right. I'm just going to see if I can get a little closer. All right. In military, they call it a choke point. They call it a choke point because a lot of ships go through this area here, this area here. And they say that if you get closer, the Strait of Hormuz is about 20 miles wide at its narrowest point. Now you got big ships coming through this area here. Okay?
Tankers, oil tankers.
Oil tankers come through this area. And they're all trying to get to this area here, and what is known as, they call it GCC. Write this down, GCC. Called the Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC. Or, there's another word they use, Corporation Council for Arab States of the Gulf. Now, there's 6 members of this council. As you can see, Bahrain, you can see that on the map. All right, Qatar. You got Oman. You got
United Arab
Emirates, UAE. That's what Dubai is. Okay, and finally, Saudi Arabia. Now, these 6 members, they control all the oil. Nations get their oils from these 6 ports. And they have to go through where? The Persian Gulf, and then go through the Strait of Hormuz in order to get to other nations. So, for example, when ships leave the Strait of Hormuz, they go into the Arabian Sea, and then they pass through India. So India gets oil. 4% of the oil comes from those Gulf nations. Pakistan, South Korea, China.
Japan.
China gets 40% of oil from
60%.
60% of oil from the Gulf, the GCC. Okay? Japan.
90%.
90%. They dependent on this oil. So when you see this is the route, all around India, and they go here, come around up, Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, all from what? The GCC. Those. Now, there's something called the petrodollar. Now, Iran is threatening because Iran basically is in their area. They're threatening that if they stop ships from coming through, that's going to affect the whole world. And I'm going to show you why. All right? I'm going to come out of this. I'm going to show you something called a petrodollar, what that really is. Go back to the slides if you can. Let me see. Yeah, it should be the next one. Yeah. Okay, petrodollar. All right. Now, you can read that again. Now, this is important, and I need you to understand this. Make this bigger. This is how it's going to affect the whole world. This is the Most High he got them in the he got them in the chokehold here. This is going to affect the whole world. All right. There's something called petrodollar. Okay, let's read that.
Petrodollar. The petrodollar refers to U.S. dollars earned by oil exporting countries when they sell crude oil and related products internationally. And the system historically priced most global oil trade in dollars.
Oh, so basically what it's saying here, the petrodollar is when those Arab nations, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, when they send out those barrels of oil, they sell it in US dollars.
Mhm.
Okay, they sell in US dollars. That's what inflates the US dollar.
Okay.
Because US dollar is not backed by anything.
Okay.
Those countries are helping the US dollar. Now, it's like I said, now they do something with that money. They do something with that money. Okay, continue.
The U.S. dollar's global acceptance as a currency for setting oil sales makes it easier for oil exporters to invest the proceeds.
Now, this is what they do. The money they make off selling, that's why you see those in Saudi Arabia and how those families be living, because they selling oil. They getting American money.
Mhm.
They ride them with gold cars. You saw them, right? They ride them with gold cars.
Long limousines with pools in the back.
That's all U.S. money because they got the oil.
And that's why when one of this Sultan Ban came about a month back to Trump was treating him good, shaking his I shake your hand because Trump kissing their ass.
Straight
So the
up.
money become because Nixon put the American dollar in the petrol.
Yeah.
So Trump got to be buddy with them. That's why also too when 9/11 they said all the terrorists that bombed the plane and hit the World Trade came from Arabia, from Saudi Arabia. But did they go and attack Saudi Arabia? No. They say it's Iraq because that's where the money is. Trump has big dealings over there. He got his sons over there involved in that too. Go ahead, Rocco.
Okay, now, what they do with that money, they invest it where? They take that money from oil proceeds, right? Let's continue. It's going to tell you what they do with it.
Petrodollar recycling refers to reinvestment of oil revenues into financial assets like stocks and bonds, often through sovereign wealth funds.
All right, so the stock market is held up by them investing the petrodollar back into the stocks. Now, that area, what do you think? What else do you think they buy with that money?
Weapons.
Not necessarily much weapons. In that area, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, that's what type of land is that? It's desert. There's no water there. There's no food. They don't have, we go out and we plant in our yards. They can't do that in Saudi Arabia. So where do all their food come from?
It's imported.
It's imported. It's imported from the rest of the world. So the Mossad got them in a bind. If Iran stops the ships, it's going to crash the stock market
And all economies.
in all economies. Saudi Arabia's their economy, the GCC, their whole economy going to fall. Because what? They need water and they need food. They don't have anything there.
And can I say this too? And who would it affect the most? America, because America live a privileged lifestyle. If they don't have certain things, I hope that is a big problem. They have to have everything handed to them in a privileged lifestyle. So America can live a hard lifestyle like other, what they call third world nations could live in poverty. So it's going to affect America more. So that's why Trump is trying his best. Go ahead, Rico.
Yeah, because this is going to affect the economy. They said within 6 weeks, gas is going to be.
It went up 40 cents already.
In Europe, it went up $6. in Europe. Now Europe is in a bad situation. They got no oil there. At least America, you got, you can go to Texas, get some oil, or do what. Now you understand why they did what in Venezuela.
Yeah. Yep.
They're preparing. They're preparing because they knew the next move. They go to Iran. Iran chokes off. If Iran chokes off that water out, Strait of Hormuz, that's going to affect this economy. So my point is, the same way the Most High is using, he used Cyrus, the Persian, that land, it's coming back around the same way. That land, even though they're not fighting against us, but the Most High is using that same area. That's going to make what? This kingdom fall. All right? This whole thing's going to collapse. If they can keep them from doing that.
That's the trump card.
That's the trump card
that Iran has.
That's the trump card. That's the trump card. Because it's going to close all economies within 6 to 10 months. The midterm is when? November.
Right around the corner.
Donald Trump says what? He's going to remain the president, right?
Right.
He says not going to be no new elections.
Don't the U.S. get oil from Mexico too?
Yeah, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
But
Then you got to remember, the Saudi Arabian, they're invested in the stock market. If they can't invest anymore, what's going to happen to the economy?
Collapse.
It's going to collapse. And people are going to lose their minds because now there's no more, you got IRAs, or your retirement. People are going to lose their minds. People are going to lose stocks. If the GCC or the Qatar, Bahrain, they can't invest in our economy, it's nothing that can be done. Can y'all see that?
I can say too. And then Saudi Arabia and Dubai have one of the largest airports, and JFK and LaGuardia have a lot of flights that's connected to those countries. Emirates, Etihad, and all those big airlines. It brings in money to feed Port Authority. If Port Authority can't make money, they're going to shut down the airports and people be laid off. So these big airlines that's over in Saudi Arabia and Dubai generates money to the city.
Now go ahead.
And he called a meeting, an emergency meeting, and the only 2 Caribbean islands, my sister was in Trinidad News, that is invited to this emergency meeting. It is Guyana and Trinidad. And they're the only 2 that have the oil. And just they had
discovery of oil.
Massive overload of oil. And those are the only 2 islands that excluded Jamaica and all the others.
Well, they're gonna try to get as much oil from anywhere they can right now. They're scrambling. America is scrambling.
Crackhead.
They're scrambling because they know if Iran stops ships and oil tanks from coming through, it's gonna fall. And Saudi Arabia scared. How they gonna get food? They can't eat because no ship's gonna be able to go through.
And can I say this too? And then Saudi Arabia is so corrupt that the people will overthrow the Saudi government because they don't like the Saudi. They said they're just like America. They're just as corrupt and evil. And they fear that the Houthis in Yemen will come in and overthrow Saudi Arabia too.
So the most I call that a choke point. So again, what happened? This war in Iran.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Where the Most High is setting this up. Okay, he's setting this up. And like I said, just like he used Cyrus, that's anointed, he's going to use this same area. Just watch. Because America is no turning back. They already said He wanted to negotiate. He said, there's no more negotiation. He wanted to go back and Trump wanted to go back and renegotiate.
After he bombed and killed
After he
them
bombed.
and killed the leaders.
Kill the leaders. They said no. So all the nations, they're upset at Trump for one. They're upset at Israel and America, and we're going to show the videos. They're upset at because we supporting Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Ben going to show those videos in a second. You're going to see that's going to lead to
Civil uprising in
civil
this country.
uprising.
Because the people are starting to see now that Trump lied to them,
Mhm.
and America is a puppy for Israel. They're doing everything for Israel. They said, wait a minute, I told America was first, and Trump lied to them. And everybody heard and saw what Trump said, make America first. And they see that he's doing everything that Netanyahu said to do, he is doing. And people are getting uptight and mad, man. The revolution is coming, man. Okay? And the Most High is so good how we got this thing set up, man. The Most High is a chess player, man.
Yeah.
And you gotta watch what the Most High is doing, because America think they're gonna circumvent and do what they gotta do. But every time they do something, they're gonna fall deeper and deeper into that trap that they have set for themselves. All right? Go ahead, Raquel.
Because if you look at it, Iran, what they did, they actually hit all the military bases. So now they can't be protected strategically. The military bases for each of the GCC. All right, even Microsoft buildings, they hit the Microsoft building there.
Mhm.
Disrupt AI. Believe me, this is going to escalate. Berg's going to try to cover it up. It's more than six soldiers passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
More than 6.
Yeah.
All right, it's more than 6. All right, it's more than 6. So you're going to see this escalate. Now, if we can I want Ben to come in with the video to show the anguish of what people are getting to realize and what can come out of this.
And then can I say, if America is winning, why do they want all the other European nations to help them out if they're winning? If they're winning, you don't, like Trump's so arrogant, we don't need you. We can do it. We're America. But he's asking France, Britain, everybody. But this is how the Most High is going to drag them down. And they're going to start to fight amongst themselves. And in doing that, the Most High is going to make the Arabs turn against them, because the Arabs going to say, you used us, you betrayed us. I'm going to show you that video too. The Most High said, then shall the dragons of Arabia have the upper hand. Then he said, the Carmanians as a raging bull. Who are the Carmanians? Iran. The Most High got everything right in here set up, man. And even a lot of generals told Trump, don't do this. Don't do it. We don't have enough interceptors. We don't have enough missiles. We don't have the manpower to do it. Trump, we're America. We do it. They said, Trump, don't do it. And now he's starting to see now. And he thought it was going to be an easy kick going and just knock off Iran. Even he can say, wow, I didn't know Iran was such good. Yes.
So to the Senate, he didn't get approved for nothing.
Nothing.
He just said we're going in.
But, and even if they get approved from the Senate would have said, yes, Trump, yes, Trump. The Senate would approve to it. That's why all your politicians are a bunch of sellout for Israel and AIPAC. That's why the American public is going to rise up and they're going to start doing jungle justice to your political leaders. Everybody knows jungle justice, right? Because when they go to court, what do? I categorically deny. I have nothing to do with it. I take the fifth. People are tired of that crap. When you rich politicians go to court and then you lie, you filibuster, and you tell a whole bunch of bull crap, and when they ask you a question, you go around it. People are going to start getting tired, and they're going to start reverting to jungle justice. Yes.
That's why in the courts right now, they're not calling it war.
Yeah.
They say they did airstrike.
Mm-hmm.
They changed it.
So their Congress is battling against itself, the members of Congress,
Yeah.
because they didn't get permission from Congress to start war.
Right. And it's a war.
Calling it
Yeah.
war,
It's a war.
calling it airstrike.
Airstrikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
War.
Using different word talks. You know what I mean? Playing word games. You know. All right.
CIA is already there.
They're already there.
CIA is already there, and so you might say they got boots on the ground already.
That's what he said. That's
Mhm.
what they said.
Now, once that happens, America is not going to last through that.
And then he had the nerve to say Cupid's neck.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High is working this.
Mm-hmm. And he's doing it for us.
Con, the same way he did.
Behind.
The same way he did. He said Cyrus is anointed. He's basically talking about where we are in that land. That land is starting. It's starting our liberation. All right.
It's no coincidence because we know before he did this strike, just I would say about 2 to 3 weeks ago, Iran was burning statues of
Wow.
The Baal.
Yeah,
Baal in Israel, right?
They showed up. Yeah, they were burning in Iran.
Oh,
Yeah.
In Iran, they were Baal.
Baal.
Right.
And they were saying that this is what the United States worship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Con,
Because
Yeah,
we
right.
sent that video.
Yeah.
con.
right. I got it from you.
Yes.
Right.
Can you pull up that video, Anwar? You want the first one?
Yeah. Did you show the picture of the Medes? Yeah.
Oh, go back to the
Okay.
Medes.
Okay. Go back to the Medes. I want to show what the Medes look like. They look like the Persians. That's why they were able to merge the empire together. The Persia and the Medes. All right. Anything, Raka?
Yeah, matter of fact, pull it up.
Put up the video, the first one, with Owen.
No, pull up. You saw Persian and Medes?
The picture of the Medes.
Yeah, pull up that, and I'm gonna show you. Like I said, out of all the kingdoms, the Iranians, they're the only ones that didn't disrespect us or they didn't put us in captivity. The Iranians, the Greeks, the Romans, they all did, but not that. We were never in captivity during the Persian Empire. All right, I'm gonna show you how. Go to
Can I say something too? And
yeah.
even with that,
Mhm.
when in 1979, with the Iranian hostage,
Mhm.
the Iranians released Black Americans, and they said the reason why he did it because Black Americans have been suffering the oppression in America. They didn't release the white; they released the Black Americans. That's what they did. Okay, and they said because they know the struggle and the oppression that Black people was going through in America.
Good.
And they let a black man negotiate.
Yeah,
Jesse Jackson.
yeah.
They let a black man negotiate for the Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
Did it pop up?
And Shedemites.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, while he's getting that, go to Daniel 6th chapter and 28th verse. I'm gonna show you. That's a picture. You got the picture. Why you got the picture of
yeah.
They look just like
They're like the Persians, yeah.
Go on. All right. Daniel 6th chapter, 28th verse.
Read out of Daniel chapter 6 and verse 28. So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus.
All right. So we were never in captivity in that kingdom. He prospered in both during the time of Darius, and then Cyrus came in immediately. So we were never in captivity. The Most High said that's why he was Cyrus's anointed to allow us to build that temple back.
And there's still Israelites over there too.
Yeah.
There's still Israelites over there from that time.
Yeah.
Okay. See?
Picture.
That's the picture of the Medes right there, looking just, and that's the hair. See the hair and the beard? That's the hair right there in the back. That's like a fro.
Yeah.
Look at the texture of the hair.
Tight curls.
Yeah. That's not white boys.
Woolly tight. You call it woolly and tight curls. Okay. Good. All right. So let's show that video with Ben.
All right. So the one with Owen, we're gonna show that, and then with the Marine. After that, with the Marine.
Okay.
Owen. It's called Owen. It's called one is called a video. Watch Owen. Owen speaking about we will not fight for Israel. He was saying pretty much what the Marine.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Want to get the fair use first?
Oh, you say fair use? You want
Oh yes, fair use on this video is only for educational purposes. Fair use and all the videos is only for educational purposes to educate the people that are lacking understanding of what's taking place currently in the United States of America. Go ahead.
You go to Israel and fight Hamas. We are American people. It's not our.
Now, like I said, when
problem.
America falls,
And you're not going to convince us otherwise. We're done. Israel has been convincing us that their
they're gonna blame
issues and
America
their
and
enemies in the
Israel.
Middle East are ours
That's why
since the
he says
80s.
Revelation
And
18,
all it's
that
done
that's
is
in
cost
there.
us.
All right, we're gonna go into that too. Revelation 18. Okay. Bring the volume up. Because, like I said,
Trillions
if
of
America's
dollars.
economy falls, immediately Saudi Arabia economy is going to fall. The Middle East is going to fall right away. They're right behind them. No matter how much money they got, they're going to fall along with them.
Be with us one second. Let's give it a couple seconds. Or about give us about a minute. Yeah.
In tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Israel.
So, again, like I was saying,
You go fight Iran.
straight up
You go
move
form an
is
army and
very
fight Iran.
critical.
You go to Israel and
That's
fight
what America
Hamas.
wants to
We
take
are
control of
American
that.
people. It's
they
not
feel like
our
they
problem.
have to now.
And you're not going to convince
Because
us otherwise.
they restrike at them. So now you're gonna have to continue on. There's no turning back for America.
Mm-hmm. And then also too, it was a move also to isolate China.
Mm-hmm.
If you take Iran, you could control Iran oil because China needs the oil just as much as America and even more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a how to put chess moves they're trying to make. America want to take back the total global control of the earth and want to isolate China, but it's not going to work because China is up and coming. America is declining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Fair use of this video is only for educational purposes.
Are ours since the 80s, and all it's done is cost us trillions of dollars and tens of thousands, if not hundreds.
More volume.
We want that again.
If not hundreds of thousands of American lives. We are done. The deception is over. The game is over. And you're not going to insult us because we're done playing. You're not going to insult us because we're done with Israel's wars and done with you controlling the right-wing geopolitical discourse. We're done.
All right. So
You
now, what scripture is that? Because everything people say and do, there's prophetic scripture to fulfill what he's saying. Now, he said, we're not going to fight Israel's war, right? What scripture comes to mind? I'm going to give you all a hint. Flock. It's in Jeremiah. It's in two places in Jeremiah. Flock. That's the key word. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go straight into it. Go to Jeremiah. Go to right, the least of the flock. Who's the least of the flock? The so-called Jew, the imposter. He's gonna draw America and all nations into this battle of destruction, and that's what they're doing. And everybody's gonna start to see it. Wait a minute, you bastards. You imposters are driving us to utter destruction. And that's what they're going to see. That's why the scripture said they're going to burn the whore in Revelation 17. Okay? Go to Jeremiah 49 and 20. And also get Jeremiah 50 and 45. Jeremiah 49 and 20. Right, La Brown, when you get that, Jeremiah 49 and 20.
We got the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Edom.
See, the Most High said, therefore, hear the counsel of the Most High. This is the Most High's counsel. All right, go ahead.
That he has taken against Edom.
See? Yeah, is here the Most High is telling you? He didn't say, I'm taking against Japhet. He said that I'm taking against Edom. Read it again.
Underline that.
Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Most High, that he has taken against Edom.
That he has taken against Edom. Go ahead.
And his purposes.
And the Most High's purposes. All right, go ahead.
That he has proposed against the inhabitants of Teman.
Because Teman is also one of the family of Edom. All right, go ahead.
Surely the least of the flock.
So the Most High said, surely the least of the flock, because they are the least of the flock. They're the least of the Edomite families. These people called Amalek. And Benjamin not Netanyahu, he tried to flip the script and said, the Palestinians are Amalek. No, you're Amalek. But he's projecting the lie to put it out there to say the Palestinians are Amalek. But he is the Amalek that's going to be destroyed. And they know that. So they're doing everything in their power to deter and circumvent that prophecy. So the Most High said, here, the counsel they have taken against Edom, the least, go ahead.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
And the least of the flock is going to draw them out to this third world's war in the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's where it's leading to. And there's no returning of it. There's no going back. You have to go forward now. And all troops are going to drag down into that valley because everybody's going to be jockeying for position of the geopolitical rulership of the earth. That's what it's boiling down to. Everybody wants the resource and the control of the earth for their kingdom, especially America. And they're trying their best to push China out. And it's not going to work. All right. There's more to that, Labron. Go ahead.
Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
You hear that? The Most High ain't lying. His prophecy is going to come down. And these little imposter people over there, they're going to be destroyed. All praises to the Most High. And they're going to drag all nations down into that. And the nations going to wake up to see you are the one that caused this problem.
And they're not even religious.
No.
Now, think about it. When did they attack Iran? On the Shabbat.
On Ramadan.
But it was on the Shabbat. They started a war on the Shabbat.
The holy war.
So what did that tell you? No, they're not religious.
No.
We never started a war on the Shabbat. You read about the Maccabees only because we was being
attacked.
The Greeks are still Edomites. They attacked the Maccabees on the Shabbat.
On the Shabbat.
Yeah.
But we never, the truth is, we never did that. So that tells you they're not the people.
They're not godly.
And this has to be, you don't understand with the time, you got to remember, when is Passover?
Couple days,
it's a couple weeks. If they don't wrap this up, because it's no flights going
to Israel.
It's no flights going to Israel. Any of those in the GCCs, none of the flights going there. Saudi Arabia, Dubai. You can't go to Dubai now. People getting out of the Dubai.
They're stuck over there too. They're stuck.
They're stuck.
Yeah, a lot of Edomites, they stuck over
and Jakes too. A lot of Jakes stuck over there too.
So the pressure is on to do what they have to do within the next couple of weeks.
Right.
It's a lot of pressure. It'd be the first time they never had a Passover
Yeah,
since 1948.
because Tel Aviv is a mess. Tel Aviv is destroyed.
So it's good to see how this is going to play out. So it's a lot of pressure.
Popcorn.
Yeah, Sister had a hand up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Real quick, go ahead. Mhm.
I'm gonna say, the Most High, the Almighty Creator of the universe, the entire
Mhm.
universe,
Mhm.
who sits up high, looks down low.
Mhm.
He gave his commandments.
Mhm.
Mr. Trump is just a white man. He has no power. He's no power. Everybody's talking about Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump. Daniel 4, verse 17, the Most High told Daniel, he ruled in the kingdom of men.
Exactly.
But by what?
Trump has no power here on this earth.
But what you have to understand, he is the leader and ruler.
Mhm.
The Most High put the blame. He said, the Most High said, he said the people err because of what their leaders cause them to err.
Mhm.
Your leaders is responsible for everything. Once you're in position, remember Trump is in position to be what? The manager of the affairs of America. And once you're not running the management of the affairs properly, what happens? You have to take the brunt of the blame. Just like Most High put me to be a steward of this congregation. Who's going to be responsible if the congregation mess up? Me. So the blame has to go on Trump because he's the face of America. He's the one that said, I will not get you in no more endless wars. I'm the president of peace, but he's a liar. He's a pathological liar. You understand? He's a narcissistic, egotistical, evil bastard.
And that's prophecy.
That's prophecy.
Talk about peace, but come with war.
Mhm. Some crap he made, but he's going to be blamed because he's put in charge of running the country.
And the Most High
Just like
used him.
Solomon, the Most High blamed Solomon when he caused us to go what? Into wickedness. It was Solomon. So the Most High Solomon, because of that, you're going to lose the kingdom and it's going to be split from you, and your son is going to, Rehoboam, the Ephraimite king, is going to come in and take over the kingdom. So it all goes back to your leaders, your elders, your rulers.
Kings.
They're responsible, the kings. The Most High said, I charge you kings. That's who the Most High charge. So Trump is a lot to blame. He's not escaping it, and he's going to take the brunt of it. All right?
Could I read the end of 20?
Yes.
The last part. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
Mhm. See, they're going to cause the nation to become desolate. Okay? Just because of their arrogancy and their pretension, talking about we're the Jewish people. Ani Yahudi. No, Yahudi. Okay? You're not the people of the Most High. They're the most evilest, diabolical, warlike piece of specimen that walk this earth. Synagogue of Satan. And everybody's going to start to realize that very soon. Now from there,
Like Clark said, you talk to a lot of them, they said, now we're not religious.
yeah, they're devils. Go to Jeremiah 50.
That's why the Most High got to spew them out of the land.
The Most High is going to spew them out. And the Most High is starting to make his chess moves. And he wants us to see what he is doing. He doesn't want us to be ignorant of what's going on. And that's why, too, the Most High made a major move with Jasmine Crockett. You saw she lost, right? The Most High allowed her to lose purposely because the Most High, I like her, and she has a right spirit, but she's caught up in America's BS talking about we have to look out for Israel. The Most High is like, no, sister, sit down. Yeah, she vote for Israel. So the Most High is like, tell you, sit down, shut your mouth. Because if she had won, she had become more corrupt.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So the Most High said, sit down and be quiet now. Yes.
When they looked at
Got another video too?
Mm-hmm.
the picture of who was voting, majority of the voting was done by Latinos
Mm-hmm.
once again,
Yeah.
which is so crazy when they're being just rampaged in Texas, you know, and that's where I
Because they're under the Baal worship of Satan.
That's right.
They're under the strong influence of sorcery. Okay, a strong delusion. Okay, go to Jeremiah 50 and 45, Lab Brian. And then we're going to show the other video of the Marine. All right. And that's what's going to cause the revolution in this country, because your Marines are the forefront, the first formed military faction in this country. First. And that's just the motto of the Marines: Semper Fidelis, always faithful. Okay, and he made the statement, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, the Marines are just as old as this country. And once you mess with a Marine, you're in for trouble, brother. The revolution is coming. Okay, and then you had the generals, the commanders, and the captains sitting there because they're all under the witchcraft sorcery of Baal. Every top commander and general have to swear an oath, but that oath is not to the Constitution of Bible, it's to Satan.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up.
Yeah.
Let's bring it
But
up.
let me read a scripture first, Jeremiah 50, and we're going to pull up that one with the Marine. Jeremiah 50.
Of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Most High, that he hath taken against Babylon and his purposes.
See, the Most High even called it Babylon too. He's referring to ancient Babylon and modern day Babylon. Okay, go ahead.
That he has purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
The least of the flock are those small imposters. Those imposters, man. Okay, and they're gonna draw them out to this destruction. Go ahead,
I'm trying to make y'all see the Mosai's are using the Persians to take down the Babylonians. It's the same thing. He's coming back.
History always repeats
He's
itself.
coming back using the same land, and we know America's Babylon. So this here is this can't be corrected. It's never going back.
And guess what? You can't make this up.
No.
Once the genie comes out the bottle and you start dancing, you can't put that genie, you can't stuff it back in. That genie is out, and that's it. And you know what? Trump and all the top ruling elites, they know it, but they have to save face to give the American public, well, don't worry, we have it under control. No, it's not under control.
Optics, man.
You understand? Yeah, all optics. You understand? Even Napoleon said, the greatest casualty of a war is what? The truth. When the truth comes out, that's the greatest casualty. And wait till the American public find out it's not only 6 American soldiers died. Boy, I think Trump gonna be running in that day, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, right? All those bombs destroyed an air base and only 6 soldiers died? Yeah.
But guess what he also said to back that up? There's more coming.
Yeah, there's more. He disrespected them.
More coming.
There's more coming. And he's not sending his sons or his daughters on the front line. And that's what people are getting tired of. That the rich, the privileged, they send you to fight, but their sons and their daughters are not going. Well, they sit back enjoying the luxury of life. Netanyahu's son is in Florida, kicking back in the sunshine. Well, they're sending your sons to fight their damn stinking dirty wars. Nothing. A draft dodger.
The draft dodger.
Yeah. Yes.
He said, y'all have the opportunity now to overthrow your government
Right.
if y'all come together and, you know.
Tell the people in Iran. But the same words that he said he's gonna come back to regret those words. All right? It's gonna come back because his people is gonna ready to overthrow his government very soon.
Canada now is calling back the same Benjamite they kicked out.
Mhm.
They're calling them back to reinstate and tell them what, only for the military,
Yeah.
they got a path to citizenship.
Like I said, they only use us as slaves. That's all we are to their kingdom. Slaves to do their dirty work and their bidding. Yes.
Mosai going to change this.
He show his true colors. All right. So let's pull up this video.
Let's say something real quick.
Yes.
That said that all wars are fought by rich old men Using the poor.
Right, using the poor as cannon fodder.
Okay.
All right, fair use of this video. Fair use of this video is only for educational purpose to educate the common American citizens of the deception of their government.
And nobody wants to fight for Israel.
Look at the manhandling that soldier, man.
Just a reminder to all our
Commandant,
witnesses.
please stand up.
You already said, come again.
Capitol
Generals,
will
captains,
escort
stand up
any
and fight for me.
protesters out of the hearing room.
Out. No one
We ask for
wants
calm
to
in
fight
these hearings.
for Israel.
And you can hear when it breaks.
No one wants to fight for Israel.
So what does that show you?
He's asking for his leaders.
Yeah, to stand up. And average white boys that see that, that hoorah, hoorah, that know what this country is about, they mad. And they oiling up their stuff now. We're oiling up. Goddamn politicians. They're getting ready, baby. They oiling up their stuff. And they say, you put your hand in a Marine, that can't go down like that. Boy, man, this thing's ready to blow like kerosene and gasoline ignited together. They don't know what they're doing, man. Okay?
Remember, at the end of 2024, they came out with this movie called Civil
War. None of the commanders, because they're all programmed. When you get into a certain height in the military, you're programmed and brainwashed to serve Satan. You sign an allegiance. Okay? You're not swearing allegiance to the Bible. That's a front. You swearing an oath to Satan to do the bidding. Because all of those generals, captains, every last of them know this is illegal and it goes against the Constitution. But they're being paid. When they retire, they're going to get a good pension, good money from the big military industrial complex. So they're not doing nothing. They're all complicit to the treason that's going down. That's why when the revolution comes, man, a lot of heads going to roll, man. Yeah.
You got video too?
Hmm?
You got another video?
Yeah.
What is that general now? He retired, but he's
You got the next video? Okay.
in war.
You got McGregor, Colonel McGregor. You have a good bit of them.
Said they against him, they threatened him.
Yeah, yeah. Then you have Scott Ritter. He speaks of it. You have a good bit of them. Yeah. Yeah.
And they're not following the articles of war now.
No.
Because they bombed that children's
School.
in our 174 children. Elementary schools.
And Netanyahu was gloating about it.
Saying that it was part of the army, army base,
Yeah.
but the military base. But it was not. It was walled off already.
Right.
In 2014. So they cannot say that. They were just casualties. Of
That's purposely done. They're following the pattern of Israel because Israel bombed all the hospitals in Gaza. That's what they do. They're a bunch of evil, murderous, bloodthirsty vampires. That's the nature of this beast, man. Okay? They're not a people of peace and love. Right? All right. So, Labrahim, get me a scripture and then we put up another video. Yeah, okay, that's it. Let's pull up this one here. Yeah. Yes, Malcolm Nance. Fair use of this video. Play shoot. It's not much. I think it might be about 3 minutes long. Yeah. 8 minutes? Play the whole thing. It's good. All right. And the next scripture you're going to get, Rob Lime, is Jeremiah 50 and 24. We did that. We're going to Jeremiah 50 and 24. Jeremiah 50 and 24.
Terrified.
He
he is clearly, first of all,
out of his mind.
Yes, and
Yeah.
suffering dementia, and he's delusional.
Good morning. What did you get? Got a piece of paper there?
Yeah, she dug through the trash can to find a piece of paper that she'd thrown out.
Yes.
You got your Hegseth war, not war briefing?
Oh my God, Malcolm Nance. This is insane. I mean, we saw this with Iraq, except this is like hourly. Somebody says something different from the administration that contradicts what the last person just said, right?
Yeah, and stupid. Something different and stupid every time.
Yeah. This was the one I saved. So Iran has apparently knocked out, destroyed, disabled to some extent 2 U.S. THAAD batteries. This is a massive deal. Aside from the expense, this is not a weapon system we have a ton of just lying around. You don't replace these easily. And we've, I believe, shot down 3 of our own F-15s in friendly fire. Am I keeping track correctly?
Yeah, you're keeping track
Okay.
correctly. And what is fascinating is that it was shot down not by an air defense battery like we thought, a Patriot missile battery. It was shot down by an individual Kuwaiti Air Force officer flying a Kuwaiti Air Force aircraft who engaged and shot them down. At this point, I am not a fan of the accidental shoot down theory.
Yeah.
We have had what are called green on blue engagements, where our supposed allies have engaged us with the intent to kill. If this was an accident, it was the guy's an utter moron and shouldn't even be driving a taxi.
I mean,
that being said, I want to talk about those ballistic missile launch things. The THAAD systems that were destroyed in Doha, Qatar, and in Abu Dhabi were $1.1 billion each. Wow. All they had to do was hit the radar complex that was there. It's the same that's on our U.S. Navy warships, only they're on the ground. One $20,000 drone took out $1 billion system each.
But yet they have no money for the people in the country.
By the way, the other difference with this war is obviously our allies. So now Trump, I'm cutting off all trade with Spain because they won't let us use their air bases to attack Iran. He said Spain's been terrible and I told Scott Bissett to cut off all dealings with Spain. First of all, it started with every European nation at my request paid 5%. I mean, he's just babbling.
And Spain responded this morning by saying, "Okay, go for it."
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to cut off all trade with Spain. We don't have anything to do with Spain. By the way, I'm not happy with the UK either. I mean, this is, I don't know, by multitudes, even worse than Iraq, which I never thought I would say in my lifetime. Right.
It's utterly amazing what's going on here with regards to this. I mean, Spain has commitments as a NATO ally that they've been providing since the 1950s, right? They've given us basing rights. I lived there at the U.S. Navy. Let me rephrase that. At the Spanish naval base that we are guests at in Rota, Spain. We keep 4 destroyers on permanent assignment there with their families and the crews. And we also have air bases there, 1 air base from our own air base near Sevilla. Trump has just said he doesn't want those. Spain has the right to deny us these services if they are not used in support of NATO operations. And so now we are going to get rid of the most important base at the western end of the Mediterranean. And we're going to have to go all the way to Italy before we can resupply after crossing the Atlantic. The man is an...
Now, you see Spain. Who is Spain going to be with in the final countdown? Russia and China. Okay? So the nations already playing their role and part already. Spain, Turkey, North Korea, China, and some of the African nations are going to be joined with Russia. So the Most High is putting out the chess moves already. Spain is going to be linked with them. That's why the scripture says, Tarshish is going to say, "Art thou come to get gold?" He tell you Tarshish is Spain. Good. All right? So all the chess players are on the table already. Okay? Everything has to be moved into position. Understand? So, boy, I'm telling you, man, this Passover, oh boy, it's going to be something, man. Yes, Judah.
With them supplying certain nations, that's how the nukes will be reached.
Yeah, the nukes, yeah. All right? Because America is going to be isolated. They're going to be isolated, and they're going to run off of their defense system and everything. That's why it's going to be possible for those nukes to come in and hit the target, because the Most High is going to shut the system down. You understand? It's going to be, we gotta get ourselves and stick with the Most High, baby, because there's no other ticket out of this thing, man.
No, it's no return. The government's not turning around. No negotiations. There's no ceasefire. None of that. There's not going to be a ceasefire. They're going full throttle to the end. Full throttle. You heard of Samson option? You ever heard of that before? That's what it's really. Samson.
That's what the imposter. That's what the imposter
That's
say.
their mentality.
All the nukes. Yeah.
So, in other words, Israelis believe they got something called Samson option. They can exercise. If they feel they can't win against a foreign nation, they're going to destroy everything. That's the mentality they have.
I can't have nobody.
Right.
Mhm.
But see, that's saying the Most High is going to orchestrate. And the reason class, we want to try to see what's happening. What happened last week, that's going to affect. Now you can see the sign. It's going towards where we want it to go. It's in our favor.
And the Most High is going to direct those missiles the way he wanted to go. A lot of those missiles going to be redirected back. And it's going to be target USA. Boy, it's going to be something else, man. Okay? Because they got their plan, what they want to do. But the Most High is going to put a monkey wrench in their plan. I got the scriptures to back it up. Let's finish that. Yeah. Yes.
They don't want to lose us. They don't want that land to be free for us to get there.
No, yeah, they don't want us to get nothing. So they said we destroy, take it. Because they know we're the rightful rulers of everything that the Most High had. They're saying if we can't have it, nobody's gonna have it. But that's gonna be their fatal mistake.
Let me bring the scripture real
Yeah.
quick. Go to Leviticus. Really, I want to show you something. Leviticus. Give me Leviticus 25. I want you to read this. Leviticus 25 and 23. Leviticus 25 and 23. Underline the scripture here.
We're now about the Leviticus chapter 25, verse 23.
Look what the Most High says here.
The land shall not be sold forever.
It ain't going to be sold and taken over forever. That's the Most High saying. It's not going to be sold and taken over forever. But go ahead.
For the land is mine.
It's the Most High. The land is his. Go ahead.
For ye are strangers and sojourners with me.
You hear that the Most High said that? He said, we are strangers and sojourners with him. All right? He just tells you that. So they know that we the people that's supposed to be in that land. And the Most High going to bring us through our sojourning back to that land. It's not going to be sold and lost forever. Because the Most High, he's a stranger as well. He's not there. Okay? Can y'all see that? All right. Okay. Sorry about that, Ben.
All right, no problem. Yeah, good. Finish that tape. All right, and then that video. Then we go to Jeremiah 50 and 24.
Utter moron, and he doesn't care, and it's about his fee-fees, and he's not making any money on it. And Spain, what MAGA goes there to the Costa del Sol to party? None of them.
Yeah.
So it's in their interest to ignore Trump.
And can I just say, I've also never seen them basically admit, oh, yes, this is a forever war.
Yeah.
Trump, U.S. has missions to fight this war forever. Oh, yeah, that's what the American people voted for. He said the United States munitions stockpiles have a upper medium range, have never been higher or better. As was stated to me today, we have virtually unlimited supply of these weapons. Wars can be fought forever and very successfully using these supplies. I'm just like, okay. Is this not exactly the opposite of what he ran on? Am I crazy?
Yeah, of course it's the opposite of what he ran on. The man is a pathological liar. And he pathologically lied to a bunch of people who were all screaming, Kamala Harris is going to get us in the wars. Kamala Harris is a genocide heir. Killer Kamala Harris. Yeah. All right. We would be fighting tooth and nail right now over whether you get 4 months paid family leave or 6 months paid family leave if you have a baby, or whether you should get 25% free down payment on a house or 20% free down payment. We would not be at war. We would not be murdering people all over the world.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. Okay, let me get to the rest of his statement because you're going to love this part. Trump said, sleepy Joe Biden. You know, I can't hear that enough. since he's fallen asleep on camera in every single I don't know instance we've seen him in. It's since in the last year. He spent all of his time and our country's money giving everything to P.T. Barnum, Zelensky of Ukraine, hundreds of billions of dollars worth, while he gave so much of the super high end away for free. He didn't bother to replace it. Fortunately, I've rebuilt the military in my first term, and blah 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 blah. The United States is stocked and ready to win big. Malcolm, I've never been so terrified. He is clearly, first of all,
out of his mind.
Yes, and suffering dementia, and he's delusional. I mean,
he is delusional. And just stop it right there. The man is delusional. These weapon systems are procured year to year on the basis of deep studies. We did not give away any weapon systems to Ukraine that we couldn't afford to. Where the real problem is, he just expended possibly a decade's worth of war stocks in 72 hours.
Check that out.
The weapons he's talking about, the precision weapons, we do not have an infinite amount of. He used the THAAD air defense system out there. We're having to remove a battery from South Korea that would protect us against a North Korean nuclear weapon to the United Arab Emirates or Saudi Arabia because of all the holes in that system. The only reason Patriot missiles are being built right now is because Saudi Arabia and those other countries bought them. Trump had moved on to other weapon systems.
Yeah.
It takes a year to build 96 of these damn things. But no one thought about that.
What can happen in a year? A whole lot, man. Okay?
Watch this insane war. And one other thing, you know, I am not down on Israel. You guys know, grew up in an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood.
Right.
Yiddish was the first language I ever learned. Against all the terrorism, blah, blah, blah. But they admitted today that this is a joint Israel-allied operation and that U.S. forces and Israel are operating symbiotically. They plan and discuss everything. We have never had a war where we have been led around by a nose ring by another country. And I'm afraid to say it, here we are. And we are about to be over Iran for the next 4 or 5 years if Saddam Hussein's airspace wars were anything. And Trump is talking about iron bombs, dropping iron bombs, because he intends to fly over a country of 93 million people every day indefinitely and bomb every truck that he thinks has a missile or a drone in it.
Yeah, you did a bunch of.
Madness.
Well, if you are old enough to.
All right, that's it. All right. So go to Jeremiah 50 and 24. All right.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee.
So the Most High said, the Most High have laid a snare for them. They think, oh, we're going to be victorious. We're coming out. We're going to be bombing Iraq round the clock. So when Iranians look up, all they're going to see is American bombers. They're in for a rude awakening, man. Trust me. This thing is not going to end nice.
Nope.
Read that verse again.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken.
See? And they're taken in this snare. All right? Go ahead.
Oh, Babylon.
Oh, Babylon. Go ahead.
Thou wast not aware.
We're not aware of it. But the generals told Trump, but he's so arrogant. Okay? Go ahead.
Thou art found, and also fought.
Oh, and they're going to be caught in their own net. Go ahead.
Because thou hast striven against the Most High.
That's the reason why they have striven against the Most High, against the Most High, and against His people. There's more to it.
Yeah, no, 35, 25.
What it says? Open the armory.
The Most High has opened his armory
Mm-hmm.
and has brought forth the weapons.
All right. Okay.
What is the work of the Most High power in the land of the Chaldeans?
See, this is the work of the Most High. And where are they? Right in that same era around Babylon, Iran. That same era. Yes.
And this is the armor that has weapons that never run out.
Yeah. Right.
Unlike what Trump is talking about. Yeah, his weapons never
All right. Okay, let's go to another video, right? Let's show this one here. This one here is with Farrakhan. Pull up this one here with Farrakhan. All right. This one is with Farrakhan, the con man.
Farrakhan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming up.
Now I just want to say the Most High using him too.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's playing a part. Everybody's playing a part in this chess piece with the Most High, man. Everybody. Now listen to Mr. Farrakhan.
Is a nation of 90 million people that believe in the coming of the Mahdi. Iran is a nation of 90 million people that believe in the coming of the Mahdi. 90 million people who are ready to lay down their lives for Al Mahdi. That's right. They're beautiful people. The Iranians. You don't see them starting no war with nobody. That's correct. Yeah. Ask Mr. Trump. In the history of Iran, show me where they attacked some other nation trying to take their wealth as you do, as America does. Show it to me. See, when you know the truth, see, can't nobody punk you unless you just want to be a punk.
All right. So we'll go to the next scripture. Put up the next video.
Man, he's 90-something years old too.
Yeah. Whitest Marine veteran. The next one, fair use. And then for that, we're going to go to 2nd Ezra. Yes.
No, the book of Obadiah fits this box.
Yeah. But I'm going to show you what Farrakhan was saying too in the scripture too. All right. Because what the Most High is going to do, man, he's going to stir up a hornet's nest over there in the east, man. All right. That place is going to be a keg of boiling hot fire. Okay. Because the children over there, what the Most High said about Ishmael? He's a wild man. Every man has, the Most High said Ishmael is a wild man. Okay. And the Most High is going to stir them up. Okay. And then he's going to stir up the Iranians. Okay. The Most High said they're going to remember their true nature. Okay. And they're going to bring it, man. Okay. Next video, fair use of this video. And then we're going to go to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. And we're going to start from the 20th verse. 2nd Ezra 15 and 20.
Made this video that's going pretty viral right now. This Marine veteran made this video that's going pretty viral right now. And he's basically saying there's no greater threat really right now than Israel. And so this is pretty interesting. I fully agree with this. Take a listen to this. Let me go ahead and start from the beginning here.
I support Iran dropping every single rocket in their arsenal right in the middle of Israel, wiping that entire country off the map. That's what I support. I don't support Iran. I don't support Israel. But of the two, I would rather see Iran wipe out Israel and watch how fast the war ends.
Right.
The sad part about it is these same veteran content creators have zero knowledge of what's even going on over there. None. They don't spend hours and hours a day researching outside of government propaganda to educate themselves so they can make informed decisions. For those of you with dual citizenship in this country with the United States and Israel, it's time to pack your bags, get the fuck out of our country, and go die for the country that you actually show allegiance to, because it's not the United States. Go back to your homelands with your Jewish chosen people, and go fight. Because if you really believe you're God's chosen people, trust me, they're going to need your help, and God will protect you, right? So go back and fight for your country, God's chosen people.
So, I mean, pretty strong words there. Actually, this would be a perfect time to bring my disclaimer up again. Again, this is not intended to promote hate towards any group of people. We're just discussing videos and facts and information. Great. Now that I got that out of the way, I mean, honestly, he's just putting it out. He's just really saying everything that's on his heart. Again, he's going viral for
He was
publicly
a
supporting
villain.
Iran in
He
his threat
knows.
to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. And I mean, the reason he feels so strongly this way is because people are really, really starting to get fed up. Keep in mind, while everything's going on right now, Netanyahu's son is partying it up in Miami. He has a penthouse in Miami that costs I don't know how much every single year. And he's just waking up every single day with his morning coffee. There's always photos of, I can't remember his name, Netanyahu's son in Miami. There's always photos of him in the morning sitting on his balcony in his PJs, looking all cozy and pathetic and weak, while Americans die for him and die for his country. And he's just here in the United States on, just a tour, just enjoying himself. Doesn't really matter. Why aren't they being sent over? Laura Loomer, Mark Levin, they want this war so bad. Go over there. Go over there. Because the bloodthirstiness for war, this is unlike anything I've ever, I really don't understand how people could be hungry for war. It's such an odd thing for me. It really shocks me. Truly, they're just so bloodthirsty. They want to see people die. I think they really do want to see people die. They want to see whatever achieves their ultimate goals, which is total control of the Middle East, total takeover of the Middle East. And Israel is using its allies as useful idiots to carry this out. You know what happened 3 days ago or so? Israel's former Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, I made a video on it. He gave a speech and he said that Turkey is the new Iran. And it shocked a lot of people. Keep in mind, Turkey is a NATO ally. And then Marjorie Taylor Greene today, she quoted that and said, what the hell is going on? Why do we have Israeli officials basically threatening NATO allies? What are these psychos talking about? And here's the thing, they'll never be satisfied. There is going to be infinite war. Infinite war. If Iran is gone, Israel will come up with a new enemy and will continue to have enemies because its ultimate objective is it wants total regional, actually not just regional, it wants to be a world superpower. It truly wants to control the world. It wants Jerusalem as the capital of the world. I really think that this is kind of what's going on. They want Jerusalem as the capital of the world. They have a biblical messianic psycho vision of that in mind. They want everything from the Nile to the Euphrates. They want to pick up the Arabs, scoop them out of the Middle East and dump them to Europe. Completely take them out of their homeland. They want to cause riots in Europe. I think this is kind of where we're headed. It seems so obvious. So I think what I'm shocked more about than anything else is the fact that Europeans, conservative mainstream again, because, there are people that are outside of the mainstream that are a bit more aware of what's going on. They're not watching the mainstream media. But what I find so shocking is that the West supports Israel while knowing that Israel is leading to the destruction of the West. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. The entire West is supporting the project in the Middle East that is leading to the West's destruction. The reason it's happening is because ultimately that tiny project in the Middle East basically has massive influence over the West institutions, over large political figures in the West. So it could do this. A country, really a truly a military project state has hijacked the governments of basically the entire West, heavily influencing them, heavily pushing them to go in the direction they want them to go. We saw in Australia was becoming very pro-Palestine. They recognized the Palestinian state. And then what happened? We had that random, that psycho, extremist attack that left so many dead. And all of a sudden, Australia completely changed course. What's so interesting, though, is that just, months prior to that, Australia was looking into previous attacks it had, anti-Semitic attacks it had on synagogues. And the Australians were saying, these anti-Semitic attacks on synagogues, it seems like actually it's foreign actors are being involved here, and those foreign actors aren't Iran. This was just last year. Australians were reporting on this. That's odd. And then if we think about the 1994 UK bombing, and I already showed this video a lot, so I'm not going to bring it up again. The MI5 officer for the United Kingdom, where she was saying that Israelis actually bombed the UK embassy, the Israeli embassy in the United Kingdom, and to basically end the Palestinian movement in the UK. And then they blamed it on two Palestinians, and the MI5 wrote a report conclusively showing it was the Israelis that actually bombed their own embassy. And until this day, the MI5 has not released the report on the 1994 Israeli embassy bombing. While UK intelligence knows that the Israeli Mossad did it, but they still haven't released the report. I kind of want to make a movement to get that document out because people really need to see it. But no, what I'm saying here is, long story short, Israel has hijacked the West, and if there's a Western state that starts to veer off course, well, Israel has an array of arsenals at its disposal. It can conduct false flag operations, blackmail powerful officials. It'll do whatever it needs to do to get these governments in line. And that's ultimately ultimately what we're seeing here. And the West is just going to follow Israel along and do whatever Israel wants until basically the entire West is destroyed and the Israeli empire basically starts. That's the ultimate goal. And then they want to have Jerusalem the capital of the world. That's where we're headed. So, and it doesn't seem like things are getting any better. And you know, when we have U.S. politicians talking about it all, and we start hearing that U.S. servicemen, just like the 3 recently, have died fighting Israel's wars, really, well, then Trump goes on air today and says, oh, you know, that sucks, but that's just the way it is. And more, unfortunately,
the fallen
die. So let me play this.
And send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more before it ends. That's the way it is. Likely be more, but send.
There will likely be more. There's likely going to be more, guys. It's okay. More Americans are going to die. It's sad. This is just the way it is. There will likely be more. More Americans are going to die for Israel. Just, you know, suck it up. That's okay. They don't give a damn. They really don't give a damn. I wish he would put his son. Why doesn't he put Barron on the front lines? Since he really doesn't care so much. That there'll likely be more. Why don't you put your damn son on the front lines since you don't give a shit, clearly? Why doesn't Laura Loomer go on the front lines? Since they don't give a shit about the lives of other people, clearly. I'd love to see Mark Levin on the front lines. He'd get taken out so quick. Truly, these people do not give a damn. And they're begging and they're thirsty for war. And then they just tell, you know, Americans that are currently in the military. Imagine the families right now that have their kids stationed overseas in that area right now. And then they hear Trump say that. How are they supposed to feel? Oh, okay, you're right. Trump just said, unfortunately, there's going to be more. That's just the price.
That's the sentiment of a lot of people in this country. Yeah. But they don't show you that. They want to suppress that. But a lot of people has those sentiments. They're tired of this government just using them like a grinding machine to do their nasty, dirty work, and especially for Israel. Yes.
One of the basic reasons why they fired that Edomite woman, because they showed a clip where she ride on a horse
and living luxury, spending all the people's money.
Sent you a video.
All right.
U.S. commander.
Yeah. After she got all the money, you understand? But yet they talk about DEI, about black people who got the job because we're not qualified. They're not qualified for the job they have. They got it because Trump knows them and he put them in position, but they're not qualified.
I want you to check this out.
Yeah.
You got scripture?
Yeah, but I'll read scripture afterward. Yeah.
After the video, you got scripture.
You can show the video. I read the scripture.
All right.
Yes.
All right, listen up.
All right.
Got another video.
Got another video.
Now look at this, everyone.
A video. Fair use of this video. Fair use of this video.
They know scriptures. They understand scriptures in a way. Now listen to this. All right.
Journalist Jonathan Larson reports that U.S. troops were being told that the U.S.-Israeli attack on Iran was in preparation for Armageddon and also the return of Jesus. Cenk, is this comforting information for you?
No, just when you thought the Israeli Zionists were bad enough in starting wars for all the wrong reasons, here comes the Christian Zionists. Joy. Wait till you hear what the commander said about why we're in this war and what to do. Tell us about it, Yes.
All right, so let's give you the high points. This is from Jonathan Larson's report. He says, a combat unit commander told non-commissioned officers at a briefing Monday that the Iran war is part of God's plan and that President Donald Trump was anointed by Jesus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon and mark his return to Earth. And that is according to a non-commissioned officer. So we'll talk more about what.
It don't got to that point. It don't got to that point. They trying to hype it up.
Yeah.
And make it like a religious.
Yeah.
Jesus told me.
Yeah.
Because There's no motivation
for their justification.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. A little bit more because she got frustrated because she didn't understand. All right, continue.
Whatever that even means later. But between Saturday and Monday, more than 110 complaints had been logged by the Military Religious Freedom Foundation, or the MRFF, regarding the rhetoric about commanders in every branch of military. The complaints were widespread across more than 40 different units across roughly 30 military installations. And according to one report, the non-commissioned officer wrote to the MRFF that their commander urged us to tell our troops that this was all part of God's divine plan. And he specifically referenced numerous citations out of the book of Revelation, referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. And it is very understandable that all of this is coming directly from the top, because Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has enshrined evangelical Christianity at the uppermost levels of the US military, airing monthly prayer meetings throughout the Pentagon. Last year, the Pentagon confirmed to Larson that Hegseth attends a weekly White House Bible study, and it's led by a preacher who says that God commands America to support Israel. And these are the people, again, who are running our country and running our military, and these are the things that they believe. So Larson spoke with MRFF president and founder Mikey Weinstein about the report, and this is what Weinstein had to say. He said, these calls have one damn thing in freaking common. Our MRFF clients, service members who seek MRFF aid, report the unrestricted euphoria of their commanders and command chains as to how this new biblically sanctioned war is clearly the undeniable sign of the expeditious approach of the fundamentalist Christian end times, as vividly described in the New Testament book of Revelation. Many of their commanders are especially delighted with how graphic this battle will be, zeroing in on how bloody all of this must become in order to fulfill and be in 100% accordance with fundamentalist Christian end of word eschatology, and that is, the end of worldness. That is terrifying that they seem to be giddy about everything that's happening now. It seems as though they're finally able to usher in this end of world, and so they can be raptured and go up to heaven. And of course, all of this violates the Constitution, which they don't seem worried about, because the Constitution is very worldly and earthbound. And it also violates the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Weinstein had some choice words for the military members speaking this way to their subordinates, saying that they will be swiftly, aggressively, and visibly prosecuted. However, this is not the first time that talk like this was within our military in some capacity. Weinstein says that this kind of...
So the Mossad got them in delusion, because they're actually, now in Trump's cabinet, there's a lot of Christians in that cabinet. Huckleberry,
all of them.
They're all involved with that. So the Most High got them
believing a
lie. And this is gonna go all the way, Ben. Like our title class says, down the Most High suddenly got them caught in their own trap. I mean, it's no turning around. It's no turning around to this.
Enter a delusion, and they will believe it.
Con.
But they went wrong when they said they're supposed to support the Jews, just the wrong people.
Right.
Because that is God's plan.
And that's when they're gonna find out that lie, that they're not the Jews and we're the Jews. That's gonna hurt them. Like, wait a minute, we've been giving allegiance to the wrong people all the time. Oh boy, your scholars, your theologians, your politicians, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be something else, man. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think that they have totally subjugated us. The blacks don't matter anymore.
Yeah, that's the attitude.
We're all overtaken. So there's nothing to worry about the blacks.
Yeah, they figured out you guys brainwash and program, and it worked good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm reading out of Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19. O Most High, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanities, and things wherein there is no
purpose. Right. All right. So let's go to the Apocrypha. I want to show you what's going to happen in the midst, because they're going to be fighting amongst themselves. They're going to be fighting like hell over there. Okay. When China jump in, when Russia jumps in, when North Korea jumps in, when all the other nations, they're going to be fighting amongst themselves. Because remember, it's all about the resources. You need resources to keep your economy on top. The dollar bill ain't nothing without the resources of the earth.
The oil.
That oil, man, that oil fuels your entire society. Okay? Once that oil stops running, everything shuts down, man.
America's an oil junkie.
Yeah,
Right.
you understand? And China use more oil than America. China gets 60% of their oil from the Hormuz, and the other 30% comes from the pipeline from Russia. You know what I mean? And China needs that oil. And China said, "You gonna mess with me? Then we have to start stepping up in Taiwan." And they removed all the resources out from Taiwan, so it's open for China to take it now, because they're focusing their attention on Iran. But the whole purpose is to block China off. That's why they took Venezuela, to keep China out, so they could control the oil. You understand? It's a grab for the resources. Yeah, I'm the big dog, but you gotta come to me now. I'm in control. That's what it's about. Gangsterism. All right. Yeah, let's go to 2nd Ezra, this 15th chapter, and we're gonna start from the 20th verse. And look what the Most High is doing, man. The Most High is so strategic, how he's gonna pull them into this quagmire. All right. 2nd Ezra 15 and 20.
Chapter 15, verse 20. Behold, said the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me.
Hear the Most High said? He's gonna call all the kings of the earth to reverence me. Who are the kings? Presidents, prime ministers, rulers, and they're gonna reverence the Most High, and they know what's coming, but they have to act as if, well, we don't care. We could do this. We could fend this off. We could defend. We could fight this. We're great. We're smart. That's what they're running on. We're smart. We're geniuses. No, you're evil geniuses. That's gonna fall into your own trap. All right. Hold that, and also get Jeremiah. Hold that. Hold Jeremiah. I'm coming right back to that. Jeremiah, the 9th chapter. Jeremiah is 10. Jeremiah 10. Oh, actually, it's 9. Yes.
What's it called?
Also, I said that the nations that they glory in this, that they glory in me, and not in the right here. I read it there. Wow, I lost it already. Wow, give me 1 second. Okay, Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah 9. Start from the 23rd verse.
Read the book of Jeremiah, chapter 9, verse 20.
23. Yeah.
Thus said the Most High, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
And that's what they're doing. Oh, we're smart. Our technology. They boast on that. They pride themselves on that. All right, go ahead.
Neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
And they glory in their might. We have the greatest military in the earth. We have B-52 bombers, B-2 bombers. We could we control the skies. And the seas. They boast. We have the greatest navy. They boast about that. They pride themselves off of that. All right, go ahead.
Let not the rich man glory in his riches.
And don't let a rich man glory in his riches, because that's all they do. Yeah. But the Most High said, you rich man, go to now, you rich. Weep and howl, for your misery is coming upon you. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
But let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
That's what you got to understand. Okay, go ahead.
That I am the Most High, which exercise loving kindness, judgment and righteousness.
And that's what the Most High deals with, judgment and righteousness. Go ahead.
In the earth.
In the earth. Go ahead.
For in these things I delight, said the Most High.
Go ahead.
Behold, the days come, said the Most High, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised.
Who is he talking about? Israelites. That's being uncircumcised with the nations in spirit and physically, mentally, in every form, in politics, in religions, in ideology, in culture. All right, go ahead.
Verse 26. Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab and all that are in the utmost corners that dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised.
See, they're all uncircumcised. They're uncircumcised. All right, go ahead.
And all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart.
Because we're following them, we become uncircumcised in the heart. So our mind and our spirit become just like the nations. And the Most High said, all that uphold Egypt is going to fall with Egypt. Okay, let's go back to 2nd Ezra 15 now, 15 and 20.
We have the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 20. Behold, said the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon.
From Lebanon. So the Most High is going to bring them from the four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
To turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them.
See? And the Most High is going to cause them to make them to repay what they have done to us. And that's why he's going to drag them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Good.
For my heritage, my people. All right, go ahead.
Verse 21. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom.
And that's how the Most High is going to get paid back to these nations. Okay, mainly this white devil here. Okay, go ahead.
Thus says the Most High power, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
And who has been shedding innocent blood upon the earth? America. Like Martin Luther King said, America is the largest purveyor of violence in the earth. And that's a fact. Within the last 8 years, how many places America has bombed and destroyed and propped up with terrorism? Ain't nobody else have done that. Iran hasn't done that.
No.
You go back the last 25 years, America been in what? At least what, 3 wars?
Every president.
Right? Go back 50 years. How many wars? From Vietnam to Panama to Afghanistan to Iraq to Somalia to Panama. All right? Yes.
I remember watching a picture named Platoon.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys there said, America been kicking ass for so long
Mm-hmm.
that I think it's time for America to get its ass kicked.
Yeah, and this is the time now. This is the time now. And they're going to really get their behind kicked. Go ahead.
Verse 23. The fire is gone forth from his wrath and has consumed the foundations of the earth. And the sinners, like the straw that is kindled.
See, sinners is going to be like straw kindled. What is that telling you? Like you burn straw? That's how sinners are going to be burned up. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, says the Most High. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Most High knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
Go ahead.
For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth.
See, now he's going to start to break it down. He said, now are the plagues coming upon the earth. Okay? Right, the whole entire earth. That scripture in Revelation 6, the 4 horsemen, it's riding now, baby. It's riding into town. Okay? Yes.
No, America was
on the attack on 9/11, but never actually invading.
Right. So that pale horse is right into town. Okay, go ahead.
And you shall remain in them, for the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, in a horrible vision.
See, behold, a horrible vision. Okay, go ahead.
And the appearance thereof from the east.
From where?
From the east.
From the east, right over there in the Persian Gulf, in the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, go ahead.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots.
See, them Arabs gonna change their mind against America, and they're gonna say, "God damn it, we gotta join our brother Iranians," and that's what they're gonna do. Allahu Akbar. They're gonna remember their true nature, okay? And it's gonna be something else, man. America think they saw something. This, like I said, a horrible vision from the east, and this gonna happen. Continue.
And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
They're gonna fear and tremble. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 30. Also the Carmanians.
Who?
The Carmanians.
Who are the Carmanians?
Iranians.
The Iranians. That's prophecy, baby.
Underline that.
That's prophecy. You want to share?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Read again. That part again.
Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild bulls of the wood, and with great power shall they come.
And they coming, baby. Okay, go ahead.
And join battle with them.
And they're gonna join battle with the Arabs, because in one aspect they're brothers in the part of being Islamic, being Muslim. Right. Iran is not an Arab country, but it's Islamic. Okay, Pakistan is not Arab, but they're Islamic. All right, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, they're not Arabs, but they're Muslim. Singapore, all right, they're not Arabs, but they're Islamic. And Singapore has one of the largest Muslim, Indonesia, they're not Arabs, but they're Muslim. They have the largest Muslim population. And once you kill a Muslim cleric, or what you call Ayatollah, that's war. That's war. That's like the highest spiritual leader in the Islamic world. So Trump and them don't know what they really did. They're stupid. They don't know nothing. So what he did, he just triggered Pandora's box. And Iran said, we will get revenge. Because the Most High tells you in Isaiah, he said, the Medes is not going to regard gold nor silver. They coming.
And they're superpower. They was a superpower.
Yeah, a superpower.
Superpower.
Yeah. The Most High said, you're going to wake up the mighty men. And the nation going to say, let the weak say I'm strong. People in the earth don't know what's coming, man. Okay? Continue reading on.
And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
See? That's another code name for America. Assyria. Okay? Because America took on the same attributes as the Assyrian Empire. All these are code names that the Most High left here. The Most High couldn't put us in America. The terrorists have burned us up. These are code names, parables, mysteries. Just like America is what? Spiritual Egypt. The Most High couldn't put us in America, America. No. The white man would have burned this book and thrown this thing away a long time. But the Most High had to leave it in certain codes, and the Most High said, I will speak to you in what? Parables and dark sayings.
But this is the white man book, though.
Yeah, that's the white man book. Okay, go ahead.
And then shall the dragons have the upper hand.
See, then shall the Most High call them dragons, because they're going to turn into dragons, man. They're going to forget about everything else. They're going to say, we ain't got nothing to lose. Allahu Akbar. The jihad is going down. Okay? And then America betrayed them. We're going to play that video too. The Arabs are saying, America, you betrayed us, but you gave Israel all the weapons. Yeah, because you're nothing to America. You slaves. You're a San Negro.
Towel head.
Yeah. You're a towel head. We don't give a, we just use you. We only want your money and your resources. Yeah, Judah.
Will bite you if you don't die instantly.
Yeah. 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 They're going to go back into their true nature, man, because they're going to see that they've been played by America, and America used them to divide the so-called Arab world. Okay, that's why when Gamal Nasser came out in the 50s, he wanted to create a pan-Arab movement. And he said, let's rise up against what? The imposters and the colonizers in the land.
He knocked them off real quick.
Yeah, he rose up in a pan-Arab movement and said, let's rise up against them. That's the saying in Obadiah. An ambassador is sent among the heathen, saying, let us rise up against them to chase them out. And his job was to chase all them imposters in America out of the Middle East. Yes. Leave black and come back white. And they said, no, you got to go. You spilling too much beans. Yeah.
Palestine, they also Islamic too, right? Palestine,
yeah, they're Arabs. The Palestinians today are Arabs, but the true Palestinians were Africans. So they took on the name when the Arabs came in with the Crusades. Then they took on the name Palestinians. They are all Arabs.
Yeah.
Okay. In Egypt, in Syria, in Morocco, in Tunisia. Okay. In Syria. Right. In Jordan. They're all Arabs.
And see what Esau done. They trying to divide the Shiite from the Sunni.
Sunni and the Shias, yeah. And that's what they did.
Right.
That's what Lawrence Arabia did when he went in there in the early 1900s. He set up the Arab families. He said, listen, we'll set you up, Sharif Omar and all the different Hazis, the Arab families, and put them over to run the affair of the Arab world with the oil. But Britain was the main one behind of it. So they said, we'll do that to divide you from the rest of the Arab families, because the Turks was controlling the Arab countries until the British came and pushed the Turks out. And the Arabs were fighting for independence against the Turks because the Turks was ruling over the Arabs. So the British used Lawrence Arabia, MI6 agent, and said, listen, go in there and befriend the Arabs and train them and help them to get the Turks out. And when they get their freedom, we could set them up, but we still gonna be controlling the Arab countries. Okay, that's why it was the British that was controlling all the oil production in the Middle East, even Iran. That's why Iran eventually get the hell out of our country. The Shah of Iran, he was a puppet that they put there. Okay, that's why they want to put back the Shah, his son. That's why Trump said, no, I want to put in who I want, because he want to put him back in Iran. So there could be puppets to help America control the oil flow. Iran got them out. And Iran said, you're not nationalizing our oil. Okay? So these European devils are clever in what they do. They divide and conquer the people in the earth. That's the same they did with Pakistan and India. The British did that. They divide one group and say, okay, you can't get along, we'll make you an Islamic state, a Muslim state, and we'll keep India a Hindu state. Okay?
And also, Trump is trying to support the Kurds now.
Yeah, the Kurds.
Yeah.
Trying to get the Kurds. But the Kurds are suckers because they're being used all the time and never get what they want. So they're going to use them again.
Because they're Sunnis.
Yeah.
And Iran is Shiite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. That's the white man's his MO, divide and conquer. And he has successfully done that to every nation on the face of the earth. And it's going to come back to haunt him now, because his people now is going to rebel against him. And he doesn't like that. He doesn't like when his own people revolt against him. But it's going to happen. All right, continue reading on.
And then shall the dragon have the upper hand.
See, then the dragon's going to have the upper hand. Go ahead.
Remembering their nature.
Remembering their nature as wild man. That's the Most High prophecy. Ishmael shall be a wild man. Continue.
And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them.
All right, go ahead.
Then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee.
Okay, that's it. And the rest of it goes into destruction with the missiles being flying all over the place and everything. But that's what's going to take place in that era. You want to bring us something, Rocco?
Yeah, there's also a movie called Argo. Anybody remember the movie Argo? Yeah, we get a chance, go watch Argo. So Iran had basically kicked out burned down the U.S. embassy. And once that happened, there's never been a U.S. embassy in Iran. So Iran's always been an enemy to America.
And they hate Iran for that because Iran also disappointed the Delta Force and Special Forces from going into Iran. They were not successful in going into Iran and overthrew and take over Iran. And you know the Delta Force is one of the baddest things. You think the Navy SEAL is bad? Delta Force, man. Delta Force. And they couldn't do that. It was embarrassing. Okay? Yeah, in around 1979, yeah. Yeah, Beirut was in 83.
You got another video?
Yeah, another video, yeah.
All right, you do about half of them. We're probably gonna do a part 2, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna end with this one here. Go to the one with Saudi Arabia. Say U.S. betrayed them. Yeah, and we're gonna lead up at that. It's about 4 o'clock now, right?
Yeah.
Everybody probably getting bored already, huh? All right, so I'm gonna end one, then we'll continue more God willing next week.
No, I need 32.
Trump has abandoned Saudi Arabia during this war, and
they should have voted Kamala.
They should have voted Kamala, but Israel is actually striking the oil production in Saudi Arabia and trying to blame it on Iran. But a lot of people thought it was Iran, right? Because Iran is hitting the other Arab states in the Gulf that have United States military bases, but they're only hitting the military bases.
Yeah, they're very accurate. Their missiles better than, I would say, our missiles. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, and so well, here's what this is a Saudi political analyst, Suleiman Al-Aqwali, on Al Jazeera. Here he says that America has abandoned them. Let's listen. He says U.S. defense center on Israel. Without Gulf states that located in it are many U.S. military bases. So he's saying U.S. is just focusing on Israel, protecting Israel, not focusing on protecting the Arab states that have U.S. military bases in it. What it's in doubt, I appreciate it, or I think there's a sense of disappointment in the Gulf on our ally, our partner. That would be the United States. They're disappointed in our ally, our partner. Yeah, because you know that Israel is their wife and Saudi Arabia is just their side piece, just like Ukraine. The United States has a lot of side pieces. And who is it? Why am I blanking on his name? No, who was Nixon's Secretary of State? Kissinger said it is dangerous to be America's friend. It's deadly. It's dangerous to be our adversary. It's deadly to be our friend.
Well, he really just came out and said that stuff, huh?
He said that.
Every time I don't like him, he said a thing where I'm like, well, I got to give that to him.
So this is what's happening. Here we go. We described it accurately. The U.S. partner that focuses on the security of Israel and stability of Israel and the people of Israel, without attention on defending the Arab Gulf states that are exposed today to attacks from Iran, without U.S. putting efforts to protect us. So that's what's happening. So even the Gulf states, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, they know that the United States has focused all their military might on protecting Israel, and they don't care what happens to them.
Well, maybe Saudi should use their own Shabbos goys. They're called Filipinos.
Saudi Arabia, the oil facility in Ras Turna has ceased its operations. So Saudi Arabia's big oil facility, it got hit. So here it is. Here it is. Now, people thought that was Iran that did that. So people thought that was Iran. But now we're getting many more credible reports that say, no, that was actually Israel that's going, because Iran doesn't want the United States to bomb their oil fields. So they're being careful not to bomb anybody else's oil fields because they don't want to start, let's bomb each other's oil fields war. What Iran is doing is just striking back at military installations of the United States in other Arab countries. They're not striking the oil production because they don't want anybody to strike their oil production. So they're not really launching a war against these Arab states. They're launching a war against the United States military installations in those countries. So so right now here we have Ryan Razbiniani says, just in, Iranian state media shares Iran did not attack the Ras Tanura oil refinery in Saudi Arabia, Tanura oil refinery. It was Israel. Tasnim news agency reports the attack on the Saudi Aramco refinery was carried out by Israel, and Iran did not strike any oil facilities in Saudi Arabia. In fact, here, I'll get a video for you to tell you the same thing.
We have already been in touch with our Saudi brothers, and we have talked about this issue. Iran is not responsible for the attack against the oil installations in Saudi Arabia. We have made it clear, we have officially announced today that was not one of the targets of the Iranian armed forces.
So there you go. Saudi Arabia feels completely abandoned by the United States because they have been. And in fact, the United States allowed Israel to bomb their oil production facility.
Incredible.
So now the United States, if you look at it this way, has Saudi Arabia, the petrodollar, the whole deal. They've been our ally. You remember the petrodollar was so important to the United States that a long time ago when Barack Obama was president, they passed a law in Congress saying that they could look into the Saudi Arabia's role in 9/11. Barack Obama got on a plane and flew to Saudi Arabia to smooth it over. That's how important Saudi Arabia's relationship with the United States was because of the petrodollar.
Right.
And so now you got Trump siding with Israel over Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia was already leaving the petrodollar because they already started selling oil to China in wons instead of US dollars, which is the petrodollar is, so the whole world, when they trade energy, when they sell oil or liquid natural gas, they have to use American dollars, right? That's the way that's called, we're the reserve currency of the world. And so if Saudi Arabia starts selling their oil to everybody in a different dollars instead of United States currency, that's horrible for that it's over for the United States. And so for Saudi Arabia to be seeing the United States side with Israel as Israel bombs their oil facilities, this is
they own us. Did Saudi Arabia not know that?
There's so many bad things that are coming. This is worse than the Iraq war for the United States. So what Trump is doing, Trump said how bad the Iraq war was for the United States, how it was a disaster. This is worse than that.
Yeah.
So what
really
Trump, because Iran actually has missiles, they actually have a military. Iran is actually bigger than Iraq and Syria and Afghanistan combined.
Yeah.
So this is not, and they're in bed with.
I have no sense of geography, Jimmy. Sorry, I don't.
Right, doesn't matter. But and Iran has the backing of Russia and China.
Yeah, who also have those missiles.
Right, the hypersonic missiles you're talking about. So Iran has hypersonic missiles we don't even have. They have hypersonic missiles that we don't have in the United States. We don't have them.
Yeah, we have some crazy stuff, but the gap between missiles and the secret stuff that they don't want anyone to know exists means we can't use our super special stuff. So we have to It's probably very frustrating.
and we're depleted because we gave all our missiles to Iran to use in Gaza. I mean, to Israel to use in Gaza, and for Ukraine to use against Russia. So we're depleted. That's why the 12-day war that they had last year, Israel was begging for the United States to negotiate a ceasefire because they were out of missiles to fight back against Iran.
Yeah, by the way, if those casualties were Israeli and not Americans, the few casualties there were, Israel would have already pulled out by now due to demand from Israelis to not that. Remember, there are other lame wars at Lebanon.
Yeah, the mayors of cities in Israel during the 12-day war were like, hey, this is not good.
Look, Krav Maga don't work, everyone. Israel sucks.
And Krav Maga doesn't work. So there it is. So there's Israel doing a false flag, trying to. So how they drag the United States into this war, they're trying to drag Saudi Arabia into the war too. But now everybody knows it wasn't Iran that bombed Saudi Arabia's oil fields. It was Israel. So this is not working. This is a big disaster, backfiring, horrible.
All right. So give me one scripture and we'll close out. Get me Isaiah 19 and 14. I love this scripture. I want to put it out in the vibration out there. Barakatah Yahweh, magnify it. Barakatah Yahweh, magnify and bring the scripture in performance every day that we wake up against this beast. Isaiah 19 and 14.
We got with Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. The inhabitants of the land of Tema.
No, Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19, 14.
I got you, my bad. Just went too far. Read out the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 14. The Most High has mingled a perverse spirit.
Stop right there. What does the word perverse mean? Everybody know what the word perverse mean? Right. Something that's not natural. Something that's evil, diabolical, cynical, contrary to righteousness. So read that verse again.
The Most High has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
And that's what he's doing to this country, since they're so evil. Go ahead.
They have caused error in every work thereof.
And that's what's happening. It's causing them to error in every work that they do. Everything that they put their hand to do is causing mishaps. And it's backfiring. Go ahead.
And as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
Just like a drunken man stagger in his vomit. That's what's happening to this here. Barakatah Yahweh, and magnify and bring that scripture into fruition every day. And I say with that, I end my part.
Real quick, we tired. So what we got to do, the scripture said, come out of her, my people, right? That's what you're going to have to do. But also you got to watch and pray. All right? But believe the reason we brought this out and show these videos, that way you can see it's not just our word, but we let you know this is all signs. And this is leading to that point. Now, they are all going to try to escape. All right? We're going to show you one last video. They're all going to try to escape. All right, and I want you to see what the government is planning on doing. All right, go ahead, pull it up. Yeah.
I think they never accustomed to working. Like they put all the work on us. So when you don't work, you don't maintain being responsible and being, keeping things on task.
Right.
Because they depend on us to do everything.
Right.
Well, the Most High going to change that.
Right. And only that, they have the entitlement that they're privileged, we're superior. Let our slaves do it. That's the mentality.
Now watch what the government has here. Watch this. This is they're gonna try to escape the Most High. All right, they're gonna try to escape in the angels, but it ain't gonna happen.
Washington, D.C. Then on to Los Angeles. The U.S. Air Force's Boeing E-4B Night Watch, better known as the Doomsday Plane, recently triggered global attention after flying from Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska to Washington, D.C., then on to Los Angeles. Flight trackers lit up as tensions simmered in the Middle East and Washington entered a new political phase. As always, the Pentagon said nothing. But one thing is constant. An E-4B is on alert 24/7, ready to become America's airborne White House if the unthinkable happens. To understand why, you have to look inside the machine. The E-4B is a heavily modified Boeing 747-200, built to survive nuclear war. Its airframe and electronics are hardened against electromagnetic pulse, the shockwave that can fry modern systems after a nuclear detonation. Redundant wiring, shielded electronics, and analog backups ensure it keeps flying when everything else goes dark. Powered by 4 GE-TF-39 turbofans, each pushing nearly 50,000 pounds of thrust, the Night Watch can cruise above 45,000 feet at nearly Mach 0.85. It can stay airborne for about 12 hours unrefueled, but with aerial refueling, it can remain aloft indefinitely. Missions have exceeded 35 hours. Inside is a flying command center. Multiple decks hold briefing rooms, secure communication suites, battle management stations, and workspaces for over 110 crew and staff, from generals and intelligence officers to technicians and cooks. A web of satellite links and radio systems connects it directly to missile forces, nuclear submarines, and hardened bunkers worldwide. Even as satellites and cyber networks dominate warfare, the Doomsday Plane remains the last physical backup of U.S. command authority. Its successor, the E-4C, is already being planned. Because when everything else fails, America still needs a place to make the final call.
But they ain't gonna make no final call. The
U.S. Air
call.
Yeah, but
you think about it, that ain't gonna work because who's gonna refuel it? You only got 12 hours.
Yeah. Well, where you gonna go? You gonna stay in the air all the time? The angels coming from out from the heavens. The Most High got them in a trick bag, man. The Most High got them where they're so stupid. You can't stay up there forever. The angels coming from the fourth dimension. You're so stupid.
They're gonna get you out of them bunkers.
One scripture, Revelation 18:1. That's it. Next week, next class, we go through the whole thing. It's just 18:1. That's it. We'll go into that.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven.
Come down from where?
Come down from heaven.
From the skies. All right, gonna be in the skies. Go ahead.
Having great power.
Great power. That's the forces of the Most High, the angels. That's come with force. All right, go ahead.
And the earth was lightened with his glory.
It said the earth was lighted with his glory. Now that sounds like it's kind of nice, light of the glory. No, it's going to be power and destruction that's coming down.
Emanating forces and power.
Yeah.
Rays of lightning and laser beams and everything, man.
Light it up. It's going to be light up. That's coming down. No, coming down. All right, it's going to come down on this Epstein government. All right, that's what verse 2 is talking about, but we'll go into that later. Because Babylon is what?
It's falling.
It's falling, and it's a habitation of what?
Devils.
That do what? Unclean spirit.
Unclean.
All right, that's
and every foul spirit.
All right, that's that. But get that image.
And foul spirit. And that's why they do what they do with the Epstein thing. They were eating babies, sacrificing people, drinking blood. These are some diabolical, evil people, man. Sacrificing people, children and stuff, man. You know what I mean?
They wasted them down to the bones.
Yeah, they had them in acid. Yeah, acid, man. So there won't be no trace in your burial. They will put them in acid to get rid of the evidence, man.
You see that image?
Devils, man.
Yeah, see that? That's bro. And he got what? He got in his hand?
A baby.
A baby.
Baby.
That's that.
That's in the form of Molech. Fire god. Molech.
Yeah.
That's abortions. Abortions is more like
it's all satanic rituals, man.
Solution burns the baby like fire.
So that's we call the Epstein government now.
And Trump was in there. Trump is the main character in that, along with Epstein. And Netanyahu got the files on him. So that's why he's doing everything that Netanyahu said. Because if he doesn't, Netanyahu's going to expose him eating little children, baby, raping little children. Trump he's in that. His hands, his 10 fingers, his 10 fingerprints is all over that. Trump is a nasty, evil, psychopathic. Let me leave it at that.
Stop right there. All right. So again, that class was evil empires are subtly caught in their trap. All right. And you're going to see how this plays out. All right. In the meantime, we just watch and pray. All right. With that, we end the class and say Shalom and enjoy Shabbat.
Shalom.
I know it's kind of long. Yeah, it's kind of long. I know it.